All right, welcome back to another Sugar Free League Season 2 series. We've got Paragon 5 versus BB Clocks tonight. And an important match, too, because we have two teams that are tied for second place right now. One of our numerous teams that are tied for second place. We have a five-way tie for second currently, which is kind of amazing that we have tied this late stage in the game. In the season, but here we are. Five teams are tied for second place, and BB Clocks and Paragon 5 are the two of them, and so it's pretty important this match, especially as we start to wind down at the end of the season here.
Yeah, got some pretty staple bands coming out from the side of P5 and the Sejuani, and the respect band from BB Clocks of the Ringar. Definitely want to keep Scarian off of that pick as much as you possibly can. That is one of his signature picks.
So a few bands coming in. Of course, spreading it around. A couple jungle, a couple top lane, but the top side of the map has been the focus so far. And, yeah, we haven't seen too many Rengars there from Scarain. Unfortunately, it's been banned away quite a lot. But does open up an opportunity for a few others players to get their hands on here. But we do have a couple subs tonight. For BB Clocks, we have a sub at the 80 carry position. Strike is in for deep focus, and in the jungle, King is in for your only chance. So a few subs there for BB Clocks to note. Paragon 5, on the other hand, they have one sub. They've got Riverboy, or Vitris in for Riverboy, and the rest of their lineup is the normal lineup. So a couple subs. Yasuo and Vladimir will be the last bands, and Lucian going to be the first pick. Very popular first pick champion, and going to continue to be throughout the season, and Strike wants it here against McTrump. Looks like Jace will be the response here. Could be a few options, could go a couple different places, but we are NNA, so it's got to be a great top lane Jace, as we're well known for. Yeah, could be flexed a few different places, but we'll see where this goes.
I actually think I lost a game to an NA Jace the other day, so Rek'Sai coming in for Scarian, I'd imagine, unless they've been practicing like Rek'Sai mid or something crazy like that, but maybe, but pretty sure that's a Rek'Sai jungle.
Seems unlikely, and King gonna respond with an Ivern here. So Rek'Sai definitely gonna have the 1v1 advantage there in the jungle, but both have early ganking potential. Both Rek'Sai and Ivern can get around the map aggressively and do some things, and with already Lucian and Jace picked up, certainly could be activity in those lanes. And Corky now gonna join Liceless Rider there in the mid lane, you'd assume, with Lucian already picked up.
More than likely, gonna be that quirky mid. I think what BB Clocks is gonna go for here is try to pick up a flavor of Ardent support, so like maybe Lulu or something, and really just have that Lucian try to be as safe as possible with Ivern shields, with Lulu shields, stuff like that. Pretty sure that's what they're going for.
Yep. Corky could be in a tough lane, though. The Zoe could potentially abuse that. We'll see. I believe Bjergsen had a very good game on Zoe this weekend, so it's still a champion that is very, very tough to deal with once she gets, rolling. Gets a couple items under her, she can kill people very fast, and right now, no frontline picked up. So you'd expect that to be the priority here.
And even last week in the SFL, I believe, we watched a Zoe half HP and Alistar in like the mid game. So Battlestar, bam, half HP gone. So definitely still a good champion. Sadly, we won't be able to see the beautiful work that Riot put into the Morgana visual update this game, as it's banned away.
Kale is not available this week. Just to keep everyone up to date. Morgana is, but Kale will not be available for this week. I assume next week she'll be available, but not today, so you won't get to see that. But yeah, a couple support bans here for Paragon 5, and on the other side, a couple 80 carry bans, so both teams focused on the bot lane here. And then Aurelia Hover, well, Oh, gonna go back to the Jinx here. It looks like for McTrump, he's breaking it out. Not something he's played too terribly much. His preferred Kai'Sa and Lucian and a few other picks, but Jinx is certainly, in their form. And after the Sivir and Ezreal have been banned away, that's going to be the option for him. Does outrange the Lucian, and we'll see what they want to pair it up with in the bottom lane here. As looks like might get a Kled, so gonna go fight fire with fire in the top lane here. Oven Johnson gonna say, all right, you can pick a Jace, I'll just pick a Kled and fight right into you. Not gonna be bullied around. So again, lots of action. It could definitely happen pretty much anywhere. And maybe even aggressive support there in the bottom lane for thereby also alongside that Lucian. So we could have Sparks fly early on.
And one thing I think might be end up picked here is a Rakan. It did just get buffed in 9.5. Potentially playable again.
It did, yes. So could be an option.
It got...
As well, the Alistar Lucian combo though still very, very, very scary. And with this Jinx already picked up, you're probably gonna have to pick something more defensive. Maybe a Braum. I believe that's still up. Yep, Braum could be. Okay, there you go. Braum will be the option there. McTrump and Nova gonna take the defensive stance here against the Lucian Alistar lane. Very tough to deal with, for any duo. But Braum is certainly one of the the best supports at doing that. But yeah, if they can get this Jinx to the late game, she can definitely do some work here. There's no real, true tank. Kled's tanky, and so is Alistar, but there's no Cho'Gath. There's nothing like that in the front line, so Jinx will just tear through everybody.
I definitely think P5 won the draft, but it really just comes down to execution at this point, and see, right? That's what we're here for.
Do have a lot of poke here. The Zoe and the Jace later on in the game could be very pivotal around objectives and turrets and things. Usually when you see a Jace, you think split push, but it could be a 4-1 setup where they could just bring the Jace in group as 5 and just poke him down. Corki does have range wave clear, but the rest of the champions for BB Clocks really don't have the range or wave clear to deal with that poke from the Zoe and Jace. They're not all out on the poke comp, but it certainly could be, something you have to deal with once a Baron, once they do get a Baron on for themselves or something like that. The Jinx also has a lot of range.
The Jason and Zoe poke here, though, is it sets up for Rek'Sai to be able to just kind of get that nice flank, tunnel over a wall, knock someone up, and they're dead. A long range ult of Jinx, like just being able to poke someone down to around 100, and then Jinx just fires away.
Gonna have to keep an eye on that ultimate, yeah, for sure. The long range Zoe Jinx combo could spell devastation. Bubble over the wall, and all of a sudden someone's dead from 2 miles away. Very, very scary.
I've definitely been on the receiving end of that play several times. It's not fun.
Well, with an Ivern and things like that, there's lots of squishy champions here. The Ivern, Corki, and Lucian all can die, and pretty much, once Zoe lands a bubble. With a Jace and Jinx, you can certainly go down very fast, and the Alistar's an ultimate. He can die quickly as well. So definitely be scared of the poke. This game, as we hop into game 1,
I'd rather have seen something not Alistar personally on the side of BB Clocks, but that's just me. But I think I would have much rather preferred to have seen something that's gonna help keep the Lucian alive in team fights, not so much something that's gonna attacking the Lucian, if that makes any sense at all. Kind of rambling, but I don't think everyone else knows what I mean.
You can play a bit more of appeal Alistar. C's got CC, and they can be used defensively. Headbutt as a spell just knocks people's away. If you don't combo with the Pulverize, Headbutt can just be used defensively. So, you can play him defensively, and he can be flexible in that manner. Especially when I think the biggest threat against Lucian in team fights specifically, not necessarily, in terms of poke, but in team fights is the Rek'Sai jumping on him. And Alistar can kind of deal with that, so he can be played in that manner, but it's kind of hard to deal with the Zoe poke and Jace poke.
Yeah, so... that's the only concern I have. Is the Ivory Shield going to be enough to deal with that poke?
I think they're just trying to help
can eat pokes, but Eventually, the Alistar does run out of HP. And he paddle stars from halfway across the map before he the stake used with the staker.
Perhaps
Pun there, and it did not work.
the idea though with picking the Alistair, specifically with the Kled, is to that they're not going to wait for the poke to happen. They're not going to wait for the poke to come in and try and survive it. They're just going to hard engage with the Kled ultimate charge right in there. Also, if you know you've got the package for the Corki as well, that could be a huge thing to use to hard engage. And of course, charge has the added benefit of giving movement speed to everyone else. So there is the option just to hard engage for VE clocks and Paragon 5. I mean, it's pretty tough for them to absorb it. Jinx doesn't have any mobility, and most of the champions here don't have actual real mobility for Paragon 5.
Just about the only disengage on the side of Paragon 5 if BBC does end up trying to go for that all-in Kled charge 5-man right at your face would be Braum's ultimate, which he would have to use after the Kled has done like the last part of his ult. I believe he's unmovable at the last part.
Yes.
And that's really just about the only disengage. I mean, you can like Sleepy Bubble Trouble somebody as they're running at you with Zoe from Rek'Sai there available to you, but outside of that, that's really the only disengage.
That is the big concern they have, is always towing that line, trying to be aggressive, but also worrying about engages. So it's gonna be a tight roadblock for them if they do get into one of those siege situations or playing around an objective like the Dragon or Baron. But for now, we're all just gonna start it off nice and easy. Everyone gonna spread out and nothing to worry about so far. At least in terms of our level 1 plays. And looks like the Ivern are gonna start here on the red buff, or at least the bottom side of the map. And Rek'Sai pinging out. Looks like Skarrain will be heading to his red buff as well. And Vitris will be coming down to give a leash. This could mean that Skarrain is planning to jungle more towards this top side of the map and really try and set this Jace up for success. When you do pick a Jace, you have to definitely play around him. He's a very important champion. You can't really let him get behind. You got to get him rolling, and he's not just a utility. He's all about that, getting ahead and getting damage in. He's also picked up that phase rush, so trying to stay safe against that Kled here.
Actually, I actually enjoy phase rush as an ability. I played a game of Swain and ARAM on Pro Guides. Looks like there's a little bit of trading going on the bot lane.
Few taps here and there. Looks like Ivern did start the red buff and has gone towards that topside Scuttle Crab. Grabbed that for himself as Skarrain went from the red to the Krugs, but has knowledge of that. There were a few wards down that spotted out King, so both sides have knowledge of, the enemy jungler. Paragon 5 a little bit more so. There were also with an aggressive combo in here, but the shield comes in from Nova and mitigate all that damage here. As King gonna make his way down to the bot side to pick up those marks that he set up here, and potential for double Scuttle Crab. Skarrain did a full clear top side, is now just moving towards the bot side, so the junglers might meet here.
And I'm pretty sure Rek'Sai, if they do meet and if they do fight, I'm pretty sure Rek'Sai can take Ivern.
Definitely wins that 1v1.
A few previous weeks ago, yeah.
Well, Vitris has already dismounted Oven Johnson. Both top laners very low. They're both gonna pop a couple potions, try and get back healthy, but Oven Johnson doesn't have much rage stacked up here, so he could be in trouble. Both top laners have flash. Now an early back coming in the mid lane here for Licensed Rider. Does have that TP to get back to lane. XQZY does not have the TP, got the Ignite.
I'm still gonna call him Sharon.
I don't know if they want me to keep calling them the same names or if they switch accounts on purpose to change names. I I
don't know,
just
man.
say what's on the screen. That's what I go with.
I'm gonna have to ask him how to pronounce his name.
I mean, yeah.
Some pronunciation too.
I'm sure I still mess it up.
I'll teach you. I'll teach you.
But here we had a gank in the mid lane. XQ is in trouble. Gonna try and use that proto belt he picked up to get away, and looks like that'll be enough.
XQ actually works.
So good use
I like
of
that
that
one
Zoe.
actually. XQ. That sounds good.
Does have a knife ring to it.
It does actually.
2 or 3 letters is
XQ.
good. I think 4 letters is stretching it to have a nickname.
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, Vitras now in trouble as well. A second gank from King. This time the top side. Vitras gonna flash away. Gets pulled back by the bear trap on a rope though. And Oven Johnson gonna come in with first blood. Picking that one up. After he TP'd back, Vitras had not backed yet. And, with that advantage and a good gank, Oven Johnson picks up the first blood. Starting things out nice here in the top lane. Even though everywhere else, it's no big leads anywhere yet. See if that kill snowballs in anymore. As Vitras going again. Oven Johnson just TP'd back, dismounts him. What? This 1v1 is going to be close. Oven Johnson trying to remount. He hits the Q, and now he remounts down. Oh my goodness, a second kill. Oven Johnson takes out Vitras. This time a solo kill. An aggressive TP back, and Vitras goes down. Paying the price for his hubris there. Fighting the bot lane though, thereby also. He's going to be forced to flash away after the ignite was used on him. Strike also used that heal, and now they go back in. McTrump in trouble. The ignites on him. Down he goes. Thereby also able to pick up that kill. Now Nova. He's trying to get that return kill, and thereby also flash forward, and he gets him with the Winter's Bite. Now XQ is in trouble in the mid lane. He's able to pick up kill and get out though. The flash over the wall. Uses all his summoner spells, but gets out in the end. Strike and Nova still dancing in the bottom lane, but a flurry of action. Already 5 kills at just 5:45 in.
It reminds me of Fnatic last season towards the end of the season. Their game plan was basically a kill a minute.
We're
Very
almost at that
fast-paced
pace
game.
here, so we'll see if they keep it up. But now we got a charge in the mid lane. Here comes Oven Johnson looking for his 3rd kill of the game. He's able to follow Zoe, and Lightsus Rider gonna get the last hit on that one. Oven Johnson, 3rd kill participation in just 6 minutes. Got 2 in the top lane and then roamed in the mid lane. Very nice play to get his mid laner ahead here. We still have just the Cloud Drake here, so no one's gonna be fighting over that one. It
At
looks
least
like
you would hope not.
could be good for BBC specifically because they do have team comp that definitely relies on getting on top of the enemy there with the Kled and the Alistair. It could be useful for them, but I don't know what's desirable here is thereby also and King are setting up a little bit of a secret gank brush here. We'll see if that finds anything. McTrump playing safe for now. Oh, but here comes the root. Now the combo in. McTrump's in trouble. Headbutted back, and he's going to go down for sure. Strike is handed that one on a silver platter. That was pretty easy kill for him. McTrump didn't realize they were in the brush, just walked a little bit too far forward, and all of a sudden he was rooted up.
That's the scary thing about the BBC comp right now is just the amount of chain CC they have once they are actually on top of you. It can be pretty disgusting.
And now, Skarrain coming in for a gank of his own. Oven Johnson, he's going to try and do this one back onto him, though. Ult going to be used from the Rex side. Down he goes, shut down over to Skarrain. TP is used, though, from Licensed Rider. He's trying to get a return kill for his top laner. Now XQ is here. Oh, down he goes. XQ says hello and goodbye. Sends Licensed Rider back to the spawning platform, but in response, King striking thereby also will turn onto the Cloud Dragon. Try and pick this one up in exchange for the death of their top and mid laner. Now just
Any other comp?
in, we got 9 kills.
Oh, we're ahead of schedule.
Indeed.
But gotta tell these guys to slow down a little bit. We're ahead of schedule on kills.
Beating the mark here. Certainly turned on, the game is turned on its head. You would think that the Jace lane would be winning here. But thanks to some attention from King and some good play from Oven Johnson, the Kled is actually winning against the Jace here, which really kind of messes up the plans for Paragon 5. And now Hex Flash forward, thereby also looking for it, finds a Pulverize on it too. Lysis Rider comes in with the package. McTrump flashes away. Nova with the gets stunned up though. He should go down. Lysis Rider finds the last auto strike. And he's culling through onto McTrump. He will find the kill, but now XQ is here. He's going to find one onto thereby also. Strike now in trouble. He's going to find a second one. XQ here, but Lysis Rider flashes forward. A double kill for XQ, but Lysis Rider going to come back. A 3-for-2 trade overall. BBC gets the better end of that one. 4 kills for XQ, but
that,
3 for Licensed Rider here.
If McTrump had stayed in the Zoe redemption that had been dropped, that maybe he would have been able to live through that. You sure though? I think he still would have been dead. I think he had to actually leave the range because of the pressure from the Alistar and Corki.
Was kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place here as we get a trip from Nova up in the top lane, trying to deny some of these turret plates. This King has been very, very active on the map, but he's down quite a bit of CS here. Scarrain is up 2 levels on King right now. Might change as he's able to pick up some of the camps he's marked. But Scarrain is significantly ahead in the jungle in terms of gold and XP. As Oven Johnson with a very nice pullback on the bear chop on the rope. Certainly is showing us he knows how to play this class. Oh, the charge comes in. Vitreous in trouble. Gets pulled back once again, and Oven Johnson, for the 3rd time, picks up a kill there on Vitreous.
That's just a really late flash from Beatrice, I feel. I think if he had flashed as soon as he saw the charge come out, he could have potentially baited him under turret. Up and out of it, but...
Either way, a fantastic play from Oven Johnson. He's definitely looked very good on this Kled. Everybody also to come in with the Pulverize, but he doesn't realize he's being the one being ganked. But King is here as well. It's going to be a 3-on-3 in the bottom lane. Everybody also, he's tanking up in the back line. And now Strike and he forced to flash away. Scarrain, well, everyone's getting low. King going to find it. Ult used from Scarrain, but that's only going to buy a little bit of time. Down he goes. Everybody also picks up that kill. McTrump trying to put out the damage, but he's run out of mana for those rockets. Now Lysis Rider going to come join the party as well. McTrump, he's going to be saved by the shield from Nova. Now XQ comes in. He doesn't quite find the Power Star he needs. Looks like just one dead so far. The jungler from Paragon 5 has gone down. First death of the game for Scarrain is XQ trying to find a kill. He's still fishing for these. Maybe this Paddle Star will do it. Not quite. Just misses here. But they're playing with fire if they hang around too long against a Zoe.
That is definitely prime Zoe targets there. Anything below half HP.
Strike with a good
it's
dash
like a
out.
walking dark harvest.
Already has that Luden's complete, so it does hit pretty hard. Night coming up soon as well for her. Oven Johnson with another dash here. He's up a level. They're going to dive. King and Oven Johnson going underneath the turret. The shield is here. Dismount comes through for Oven Johnson. Aggro is dropped. And now gun down. Oven Johnson finds a 4th kill on Vitreous. Scarrain coming in, trying for the counter. But no, Oven Johnson remounts. Scarrain, now he's the one in trouble. Double kill for Oven Johnson. That's his 5th kill of the game. 4 on Vitreous. And now another one on Scarrain there as King comes in and helps out. Oven Johnson having a great game there up in the top lane. Looking great so far, and we're only at 12.5 minutes.
18 kills at 12.5. Wow. Solo queue. Definitely feels solo queue.
We thought we were behind schedule at 5 minutes, or was it 6 minutes? We only had 5 kills, and now here we are at 13, and we've got 18. So we're definitely making up for a little bit of a lull in the early game, it looks like.
Probably not for the benefit of this side of Paragon 5. Definitely being down 3.5 gold is not where you want to be in this early game.
Certainly are struggling here. Like you said, the 3,500 gold is pretty big. The Lucian already has completed the Blade of the Ruined King. The Jinx for McTrump is not looking too good. The one bright spot there is the Zoe in the mid lane for XQ. Does have that Luden's active complete, is looking pretty scary, but everywhere else is not exactly what they are hoping for in the draft when they pick this team comp for Paragon 5. But BB Clocks, I mean, definitely working out for them. Doubled the kill score of Paragon 5, and this top lane, Kled versus Jace, has gone way better than they could have hoped, I think.
Definitely have to agree. If you're the side of BB Clocks, you're exactly where you want to be. You have really good setup on this dragon here, Infernal.
Second dragon of the game. Infernal, as you said, and looks like it'll go over without a contest. Now a little gank brush gonna be set up here. King's going over. Done a good check there. Get away safely, but now the attention is turned to this bot lane turret, and thereby also going to the dive. Finds the combo here on a Nova. He's continuing to go forward here. Nova an easy ultimate defensively there to knock up and peel for his AD carry. Scar and XQ still looking for something, but now the charge comes through and completely whiffed there as Oven Johnson, not the brightest moment he's had so far this game. Scar though still might be in trouble. Oven Johnson, he's gonna go ahead and dive onto that turret. Gonna make his way right back out though. So good disengage there from Paragon 5.
Definitely the best you could hope for there from Paragon 5 is that whiff ult on the Kled.
Everybody also though caught in a bad spot here. He's gonna go to sleep and
he does not have ult.
Yep, gonna go down there. No ult to cleanse it. And he will die here, but just one death. BB Clock's gonna get the turret and get out here. So 2 turrets to 1 so far, as the top lane turret was taken down in the meantime. So Paragon 5 at least gets something back. But yeah, not looking so good so far. McTrump has that Infinity Edge. So a few items coming together for them. This side lane will definitely go in the favor of BB Clocks, at least for the foreseeable future. Oven Johnson should be winning that one. And if that's the case, then, you know, what is the Jace going to be useful for? I guess just the poke damage, because he's not really as good a team fighter as the Kled, and he's not as good in the side lane because of the fact he's so far behind right now. You can see the goal difference is 1,700 is quite a bit.
Well, if you're the Jace here, you just wait until Kled is in the team fight. You just return back to split pushing, because there's really just not much you can do. Other than that, you get a decent amount of chunk out of License Slider and
well, XQ is now in trouble. There. The bubble's going to bind the time, though. Strike going to take some damage from the turret. Going to be flashing away. Then Trump coming in, trying to find the damage. Thereby also flashing defensively. TP coming in. Looks like License Rider will join at 4 in the top lane. Oven Johnson also going to join. So 5 from BB Clocks will make their way up top lane and going to take out the turret. No contest. Feature still pushing in the bottom lane, but the rest of Paragon 5 has backed off. And looks like they're going to say, we're just going to trade an outer turret for an outer turret and try and hold on to this inner as best we can. But even that may not be in the cards.
That's really what you have to do here if you're the side of Paragon 5. Unfortunately, they are going to have to trade 2 for 1 on turrets. Not the plan.
Seems like the best option, though, at the time. You know you're behind. You just got to... Even taking bad trades is better than just dying over and over again, I suppose. So playing it safe, while definitely sucks in the moment, and it doesn't seem good, is probably the best you can hope for, the best you can do. Everybody also going to find a combo here on McTrump. The charge going to come through. Here comes the Kled. Oven Johnson to go into Scarman on the other side. Big ult, though, from Nova. Finds a good engage there, at least a counter engage. And now, King going to go down to the Rockets. The Jinx coming through from McTrump. He's going to find a second kill. Double kill here. And now, oh, Oven Johnson stunned up. He's in trouble. He's dismounted down. He's going to go. Liceless Rider finds a kill back on the Nova, though. Beatrice going to get over the wall. Oven Johnson remounts, though. I thought he was dead, but here he comes back. He's trying to find the dash, but no. Double kill for Liceless Rider. Oven Johnson's still alive, but down he goes. XQ and Liceless Rider, the only ones left alive. It's 1v1. Down he goes. Liceless Rider goes to sleep. And XQC, can be forced to flash away. Dodge out on those rockets from Liceless Rider. Too many rockets in this game. And it looks like a 4-4 trade overall. Both sides survive with just the mid laners left alive, but I guess if you're Paragon 5, you'll take that. A good trade and a couple kills there from McTrump, getting him back in the game.
The gold lead has shrunken just ever so slightly down to 3k instead of 3.5, which That's good. In each kill, I think Jinx ended up picking up a triple kill in that fight.
I believe it
Pretty
was
sure
just a
she-
double. It
Okay,
was a double with an assist.
Okay, it was a double, and then Zoe picked up the
Yes, I believe.
two. Okay, that makes sense. No. She picked up a triple kill there. McTrump picked up a triple there.
Guess never underestimate it.
Yeah. A good sign for the Jinx, though. 3 kills is in the pocket. The Mountain Dragon goes over to the side of the third dragon of the game.
Baron about to spawn as well, but looks like the siege going to be set up here. With this Rift Herald, maybe Clocks intend to push down this inner turret here in the bottom lane. And with a few remaining outside the space, Kama comes in, XQ in trouble, the charge coming through. Nova going to try and be the front line here. He's going to go down, but he sacrificed himself to save his teammate. A noble sacrifice there. Evan Johnson with another kill, I believe.
I think so. I believe he did end up picking up that kill.
XQ going to look for something, but no. Paragon 5 just have to survive this. They've done a good job playing defensively so far. Have pulled back a little bit in gold and got a few kills.
As long as they keep the gold deficit to around 3K, potentially even 5K, I think they'll still be in a decent spot where one good team fight in their favor into Baron or one good team fight into a couple objectives is going to be really good for them. It'll get them right back in the game. Which they're not out of in any form or fashion right now, just a little bit down.
Nova with a good play there, though. He ended up dying, but he saved XQ there, which is pretty big considering XQ has the 500 gold shutdown there.
300 is definitely worth less than 500.
Yes, so a pretty good... actually, he might even be worth less because I believe he died... He got his first kill very early on in the game, so he's actually worth less than 300 now.
But don't assists also help reset gold?
Not as much, though.
Okay, I don't know. I think it was still a 300.
It depends. It depends. I think it was... I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was still a 300.
It's significantly less than what the mid laner was worth at the time.
Yeah, definitely
that's
not
the point
500.
we're making.
Yeah. Now we just move into the phase of the game where both teams try to vision around the Baron as physically possible.
A little bit more poke lands, but pretty tough to get through all that health. So at this stage in the game, Kled is it's pretty tanky. And at the stage in the game where health is still a super good defensive stat, not the stage where it's like, all right, everyone needs defenses to withstand the Zoe or whatever. So with all that health stacked, it's pretty hard to get through.
Speaking of resistances, what's this guy's name? King there, the Ivern. Go for second item Athenes instead of the second item Ardent Sensor, which is just a little bit interesting, to me anyways. Pick up a little bit of defenses for that Zoe.
The Athenes can be a very powerful item when you do get the efficiency of it. You are doing enough damage to warrant it. That's why it's very popular item on things like Nami. But oh, good route there. King finds Skari in the jungle. An easy pick off there. The danger of the Rex. I didn't realize there was anyone there. Down he goes. Good pick off here. Abba Johnson still pushing in the bottom lane. Splitting here against Beatrice. Now, nice little Zoraida going pretty far forward, but looks like BB Clock should get this wave pushed in, and looks like they're going to turn towards the Baron here. Johnson does have a teleport, so he can join if necessary, but he's still pushing as of right now. No committal here, so they have the opportunity to go straight for the Baron. After that pickoff, they picked the jungler, they picked Skyrain, but they have not gone for the Baron yet. They do have a mountain, so BB Clock's playing this one very, very slow, not taking any risks.
Always the risk of Jinx pressing R at the Baron and stealing it.
Here comes the charge. Johnson coming in from the flank. Nova, though, good disengage to support that one. Still charging forward, though. Thereby also goes back in, finds a pulverize on the 2. Nova going to go down at the front of this team fight. Skyrain, though, going to get out with the help of his support. When Johnson, he's already dismounted and forced to run away. Looks like BB Clocks will actually not come out on top on this one. Licensed Rider has to flash away. Oh my goodness! One more auto on him would go down, but McTrump, nope. Oh, a snipe there coming in. Skyrain with a kill in the end. McTrump got him low, but Skyrain finished him off. And looks like Paragon 5 is clawing their way back in. A 2-for-1 trade in that team fight. With a
that was
two-item
definitely
Jinx,
what you want on the side of Paragon 5. Definitely the fight you want right there. Prefer to not have Braum die instantly, but that was a really good fight. To take just a mid turret, and it looks like that'll be all. Make a move for this Cloud Drake, but just gonna reset. Don't need to try to do anything for Cloud Drake.
Baron is going to be the decision here. They didn't go for it before, but now they're making the decision too. Skyrain is not here. He's on the Wolves right now. XQ's going to poke in and try and get some damage done, but the Baron will go over. King with his smite will secure this one. Paragon 5 not going to find an engage or contest. Now Baron over. Paragon 5, they're still in this one. Again, 3,000 gold is about the lead here, a little bit more, but 3,000 gold still what separates these teams.
And the gold lead was down to around 2 and some change after that last team fight, but we just undid that team fight on the side of BB Clocks. Well, Baron actually is I don't believe they had vision on Skyrain.
No, they did not. He came out of base and no one saw him. So yeah, very, very ambitious call.
Really bold.
Didn't see him because he wasn't there, so he said go for it. Just hoped he was not close enough to make a play on it, I guess, and it paid off. Don't do the Baron while the enemy jungler is dead. Wait until he's alive and doing wolves. I think
I'll never see it coming.
They're just outsmarting all of us.
The Korean scrim strats that I've been hearing about at 4 a.m. whenever I watch the LCK.
Exactly.
Speaking
BB
of,
Clocks watched the LCK. They know what's going on.
I hate how the LCK has their schedule set up. I just want to watch Griffin. I don't want to watch any other team. I just want to watch this year's World Champions.
You're just a fair weather fan, man.
Nah, man. Like, Worlds this year. There's no way. There's no way any team beats them.
I would bet you that they aren't going to win Worlds this year.
I'll bet you. Okay.
I think they're going to go far. I think they're going to go far. I don't think they're going to win. I'd put money on that. I would.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I'd be willing to put money on the fact that every member of Griffin has Mastery 7 on every champion in the game. Willing to make a solid bet on that.
But is like you're saying they have an okay? Well, I can't talk about that now. McTrump's charging forward. Strike has to go backwards, but Skyrain with jumps on him with the ultimate finds the kill, and thereby also he's gonna fall as well. 2 kills picked up now for Paragon 5. The bot lane of BB Clocks was just sitting in the mid lane, no support for them, and the engage was called. ironically, by the team we were talking about had to avoid the engages. They pick up that one. Paragon 5 going to stop this Baron push for now. Do lose 2 inhibitor turrets, but they keep the base intact in terms of the inhibitors, which is very important to keep, you know, make sure those super minions don't start spawning, because that's when the game really gets out of hand. So now that they've stopped that push, I mean, they're keeping themselves alive is what they're doing right now.
Definitely the correct move on the side of Paragon 5. Saw the opportunity. Knew they had the numbers advantage. I believe they had vision on all 5 members of BB Clocks, and knew that there was no one going to come help the Lucian Alistar there from Scarrain. Become unmovable or
unstoppable. Well, speaking of unstoppable, here comes the Kled. He finds a charge here. Nova gonna hop away to McTrump, but it's not far enough. Also, the package coming in. McTrump flashes away. License Rider gonna follow him with the Valkyrie there, but also misses that combo. But still, the coin's going to come through. Strike should find McTrump. There he goes. Shut down. McTrump goes down alongside his support, Nova, who's already fallen. Well, they got to flip that last play on its head. Now Paragon 5's bot lane has been caught out of position. Being engaged there from Oven Johnson. And now looks like the base will be broken open. The top lane inhibitor falls down.
If you're BB Clocks here, you just head straight for the bot side inhibitor, fully knowing that realistically Paragon 5 can't stop you here. But
that's definitely their plan. Down goes the bot lane inhibitor. We'll see if they back now or if they head to the mid lane and try and break open that third one. Looks like they will reset here. So 2 inhibitors down, 30 minutes, 30.5 minutes through, and they finally broken open the base. The gold lead is over 6,000, or excuse me, over 5,000 now, almost 6. So not a huge lead, but they're continuing to grow it, and now they've got 2 inhibitors down. Looks like BB Clocks is gaining back some of the control they lost in these last couple of minutes.
Definitely looks to be going that way. If you're Paragon 5, you really have to start looking to do something here. You can't just sit around and don't break your inhibs, because they're just going to find that one pick and force the 4v5 at them, and you're usually just not going to win those when you're behind.
Spear of Shojin also picked up for the Kled, which is cool. Always like to see the new items being utilized.
A new old item.
New, yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
It's complicated. That's what it's
Riot
like.
doesn't know if they want that ability in the game or not.
Yeah, it's like
Banner of Command.
No, we don't want Banner of Command. Let's be clear.
I want Banner of Command.
We do not want Banner of Command. It is a bad item.
I definitely do. It's the hero.
That item is the worst.
That item is the greatest thing that ever happened to League of Legends. Right next to Ardent Sensor.
No. Banner.
Before it got nerfed like 50 times.
Which was worse, Ardent Sensor meta or Banner meta? Because I think Banner
I'm a
meta
Sona
was
one
worse.
trick, so I really can't not like Ardent meta.
But like, exactly. So you'd say Banner meta is way worse then.
I'd agree, yeah.
I guess it just depends
but I still
on
think
what
Banner of
position
Command
you
is a
play.
healthy item.
Well, now Poke coming
like,
in here. Gonna be interrupted. A few redemptions come down. Looks like Paragon 5, their poke is coming through here. XQ with some good bubbles and a few good paddle stars. Not able to land that one, but now the vision will be cleared out. Looks like Paragon 5 that was going to back off. Oven Johnson is pushing in the bottom lane, and Beatrice going to have to stop him. Double buffs, though, for Oven Johnson. Beatrice going to have to use the stopwatch to buy some time, but Oven Johnson certainly winning that 1v1. On the other side, the 44 going okay for both sides. Being engaged with Scarring does find a knock-up here on his strike. Thereby also coming in, but he's down. He's all alone here. 4 members strong. In the meantime, though, Oven Johnson has been doing work in the base. He's been dismounted. License Rider also TP'd in to help. The Nexus is under fire. Beatrice, can he find the damage he needs? He's getting very low. License Rider continuing to hit that Nexus. License Rider goes down with 1 shot. Big Shove is going to find that kill too. Second one. Oh my goodness, they're going to clear the minions as well. A huge win for Paragon 5. They win the team fight and stop the back door from License Rider. Alongside Oven Johnson, a humongous victor for them. They're staying alive again. Just barely. With the Nexus
really good
less
attempted
than half
backdoor.
health.
was exciting. Into the game there. Someone's been watching Vitality. Boys seem to win via backdoor.
No backdoor today. We've got 34 minutes already in this game. It looks like we're gonna have a few more as more dances around the Baron in our future, it looks like. Still 2 inims down. Paragon 5 are certainly not out of the woods yet. The mid lane inhibitor still stands, but the Nexus is open.
Paragon 5 actually cannot allow minions anywhere near their base right now. Kled has TP. Well, so does Jace. But it's a lot easier to cancel Jace's TP if you're BB Clocks than it is for Paragon 5 to cancel Kled's TP. Here is just going to be to group up, try to ult in the game here.
That's what they're thinking too. Here comes the engage. Kled finds the engage on the Nova. He's buying some time though. Trump is firing away in the backline. He's doing a lot of damage. Lysos Rider, he went deep, but he's got the zonies to buy some time. Oven Johnson though, he's gonna find the damage, finds the kill on XQ, thereby also the combo on McTrump. He's the last live McTrump. He finds 1 kill. He's gotta find a few more though, and it's not gonna be enough this time. Paragon 5, a valiant effort, but a triple kill for Strike. And a clean ace will spell the end of this game. Paragon 5 just barely is not able to come out on top this time, and BB Clock squeak it out in the end.
Definitely an exciting end to the game there. What a close one.
Fantastic game from both sides. Putting up a good fight for sure. I thought it was going to be over there, you know, in the mid game. I thought BB Clocks were going to run away with it, but Paragon 5 stuck in it for sure. And they almost made the magic happen with that Nexus defense, but in the end, too much. BB Clocks take game 1.
Yeah, when you're that far behind and the other team has that it's very difficult to defend against because at any point they can just pull the trigger and they're in your base. At that point, there's really not a lot you can do. Fight and continue trying to defend from there, but sadly for Paragon 5.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then we'll be back for game 2 in just a moment, so don't go anywhere. We've still got another game, at least one more tonight here between BB Clocks and Paragon 5, so if the rest of the games this series are anything like game 1, we'll certainly have a good night of League of Legends, so stay tuned for that. welcome back for game 2. BB Clocks versus Paragon 5. BB Clocks took game 1. A bit over 30 minutes, but were able to grind it out in the end. An open nexus, but couldn't quite finish the job, and then they just went right back down mid lane and charged in with a Kled and ended the game that way. So a little bit more brute force, and BB Clocks got the job done. In game 2, looks like we're gonna have some similar bans. The Zoe also gonna be banned here, but of course the Rengar, the Sejuani, and the Kennen, all from game 1, gonna be banned away as well here. So gonna be pretty similar setups, it looks like, so far.
It's actually really interesting to see the Kennen be banned in the game 1, and then they picked Chase. I don't know like top lane meta too well. It was really normally, don't you ban Kennen if you're trying to pick something like Yorick?
Yeah, I mean, generally he's just a ranged bully, so yeah, a Yorick, or I mean, I think if you're a top laner, you just like to see Kennen ban no matter what. But yeah, specifically if you're playing some type of melee bruiser, you would ban out the Kennen. So it is a little abnormal, I think, but I think they were trying to force Evan Johnson there onto a melee champion, which they did, and they wanted to take advantage of that there with the Jace, but they weren't quite able to because of the way the game played out.
Right. Okay. Being locked in for the Paragon 5 bot lane, you would imagine, is where those two would end up. Would be kind of concerned to see them anywhere else, especially the Nami.
Well, Soraka, though, the response here. Assuming AD carrier will be the next pick as well here for BB Clocks. Already picked up Vladimir in the mid lane for Licensed Rider. So we'll see what the AD carry is. And it looks like Sivir. So Sivir, Soraka versus Lucian, Nami. Pretty tame. A lot of poke going on in that lane, but pretty tame for the most part there in the bottom lane. But a lot of healing there, so some Grievous Wounds will pay dividends here for Paragon 5. If they pick those up in a timely manner, they can get a lot of value out of those items.
First back Executioner's calling. Let's make it happen, boys.
I've seen it, man. I've seen it before against the Soraka.
I want to say it was last week, my AD carry, I like offhandedly mentioned in Champ Select because they had a Vladimir and a Soraka, and I was like, it's just first item Executioner's calling. Easy game.
Good advice.
5-6 minute mark, they back. And I'm like, the wave is pushing. What's going on? What's wrong with you? And they just start massive pinging the first item Executioner's calling. And I was like, I can't really be mad about that, I suppose.
As we're reminiscing on some great solo queue moments, Ashika was picked there for Skarrain, and we got the Jace and the Swain band out here.
That is, if you're the side of Paragon 5, that is definitely the champion you want Skarrain to be on. I believe he's undefeated on his Shaco in the SFL. There he has 100% win rate. We have someone who keeps track of that kind of stuff in the SFL.
It ain't me. That's all I can tell you.
I've got to talk to Fallen. Fallen, let me keep records.
We have some statistics. We've actually got quite a considering our limited resources. We have a lot of statistics at our available to us, but anything off stream I know nothing about. Everything on stream you ask me and I'll know. That's kind of how it goes for me. The Galio here and the Jarvan on opposite sides this time though, so no combination between those two, and Victor are going to be picked up here. So that probably means that'll be actually Vladimir top lane. I assumed it was going to be in the mid lane for Licensed Rider, but looks like it'll be Vladimir top here with the Victor in the mid lane and Jarvan jungle. I mean, again, still could be moved around here. We're not exactly sure where the Victor and Vladimir will go, but Yasuo may be on the other side. That'd be interesting there. Probably Vitress in the top lane, and then Galio in the mid lane with XQ. Looks like that will be the decision there.
Or it could be Galio support, Nami mid lane.
That's,
Nami mid.
I mean, who the hell knows, really, right?
I will dub it Na mid.
It could be AP Shaco mid.
Not.
Pink, pink wards here. I don't know. It
Couple.
appears to be pretty standard here. Gallia in the mid lane, Yasuo top
Yeah.
lane, Victor mid lane, Vladimir top lane. On the other side there for BB Clock. So yeah, pretty much expected, or as we expected. The Vladimir, of course, got flexed there to the top lane, but a much better matchup for him. Obviously, instead of laning against the Galio, he's got the Yasuo. Now the Victor also is a very easy matchup in the mid lane. He can just kind of farm up and be that strong Victor in the late game here. So BB Clocks have a very, very scary team late in the game. The Vladimir will get onto the back line. The Jarvan will jump onto the back line. And then the Sivir and Victor will just be firing away, dealing damage there. But on the other side for Paragon 5, got a lot of global potential here, double TP. And you got the Gallia, of course, that can move around. A mobile team, to be sure. Everyone has dashes, except for the Nami. But everyone else has a lot
Nami
of
doesn't
mobility.
need a dash.
She
She'll
gets
just
fast.
bubble you.
Exactly.
Yeah. She'll just bubble and then wave. Dead.
So.
If you're the Sivir though, on the side of BB Clocks, you definitely have to care about that Shaco. You can spell shield, but you will probably be at around an eighth of your HP after the combo, even with spell shield. So go for that.
Going to be important to keep the Shaco in check early on, of course. I was always hesitant to root for Shakos because I always just feared them getting screwed up at level 1 with an invade. But apparently people haven't really done that against Scarrain. Getting the boxes, though, is crucial for your first clear, so we'll see if there's any shenanigans or if they just kind of let Scarrain sit up and BB Clock say they don't want any part of it. Now, so they don't have the best level 1 team. It's decent, but by no means, they don't have a Braum or an Olaf. They don't have any of the great level 1 champions, so the invade may not be in the best interest.
Really interesting fun fact, and able to notice it here in a few minutes once we delay. But Sivir is the only person on Clocks that has flashed on F the proper way.
And
Feels good.
looks like everyone on except for Scarrain
Doesn't have flash, but
has flash on F.
he has the yellow summoner spell on F, and that's close enough.
That's true. He does have smite on F. But if he was not playing Shaco and he was playing another champion, he would have flash instead of the ignite. That's at least what most people do, is they have the ignite swapped out for flash. But yeah, interesting. The 4-1 split here, flash on D or F for both sides.
Definitely got to report Sivir in post game for negative attitude.
Yeah, that's. I mean that's a controversial subject. I think you have a lot of split opinions on that one.
I don't know. F belongs. It's literally F for flash. I don't understand how people mess that up personally, but
well, I know some people who they have their abilities are on 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of QRE or QWER. So their abilities are on 1, 2, 3, 4.
Just feels wrong.
And then they have their like summoner spells on like E and R, and like I know there's someone else who has like their basic abilities are on 1, 2, 3, and then their ultimates on W or on spacebar, and then their summoner spells.
Okay,
are
I mean
like
that makes
XC.
sense, I guess.
Yeah, so someone else is like their
That still feels weird, I guess, but I mean that makes sense. That's where your thumb is going to be, anyways.
And then there's I think the guy who plays AP Gragas, the Panunu, that guy. He does like the normal QWER, but his summoner spells are like XC.
That just feels so weird. But I guess like that makes sense though, because like when you play blue, you always want to keep like your thumb That's where I usually do it. I usually put my thumb on the Alt key so you can self-cast your abilities. Since he makes sense, I guess. Immediately pause into the game.
I mean, I for everything I do default. Like when I start a game, I just learn the default key bindings. I only change them if like I can't reach something.
I think the only key, like hotkey, that I change vision because it's on like exists. Like if someone could tell me where the default enemy ping vision is, that would be fantastic. But for me, I have it bound to my T.
Yeah, it doesn't have a default.
Right where my finger is.
It's unbound by default.
Oh, Riot is so bad at their game.
That's a hot take. One, I think
that
a lot of people would agree with you, though.
I mean, I can't really say anything, though. That Morgana is going to keep me happy for quite a while. They could literally nerf Sona into the ground as, like, a mid-patch update tomorrow, and I'd be like, whatever. This Morgana looks pretty hot.
I think the funniest thing I've ever heard about Riot Games has nothing to do with, like, the way the companies run or, like, anything like that. But the guy who was in charge of balance for AD carries. Now this is a story that Tyler One told, so I don't know how true this is. But the guy who was in charge of balancing the AD carry position, like he played AD carry, right, and then so they switched, and then they had the big balance patch. What was it? Was it 7-11 or whatever it was, right? Last season. The big balance patch.
Oh, 8.11. Yeah, 8.11.
8.11. Literally after that,
where they like, right?
They nerfed all the AD carry stuff basically, and they nerfed it to the ground, and it basically made it unplayable. Mages were the bot lane, right?
Yeah, no, that was either 8.10 or 8.11. I always get like that series of patches really confused. Like in between 8.12 or in between 8.10 and 8.12, it's like one of those three patches.
Yeah, it was middle of the season last season. But it
was mid-season.
So anyway, after that happened, and AD carry like basically became unplayable, and then like they slowly, buffed it back.
Reckless bitched himself and all that,
Exactly. Anyway, the person who was balancing the AD carry stopped playing AD carry and started playing jungle. And he just plays jungle now. And he's in charge of balancing the AD carries. He quit playing AD carry because he nerfed the position so bad that he stopped playing it. And then I don't know if he plays it now, but apparently he fucked it. He destroyed the position. Yeah. And then he was like, all right, I'm not playing it anymore.
What a hero, actually.
Like that's gotta be the biggest.
Right up there with Riot Gortok. So like like the Legends player looking fellow in the dev in the dev videos.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know which one I'm talking about. I'm trying to avoid calling him fat. You guys know which one it is. Like if you really think about it, use my words, picture it. That's the guy. Ironically speaking, that both people in the dev videos actually do look like typical League of Legends players. You have a fat white guy and an Asian. That subject too much, but finally looks like we're about to be ready. But anyways, let me try to wrap this up real fast. Actually, a Sona main that just got to plat last season. Sports Talk is go read all of the dev articles. Is a gold player. He only gets to gold. He got to plat last season for the first time ever of the ranked system for League of Legends.
What does he do for Riot?
He is in charge of the ranked system. That's what his job is.
Oh, it's literally
he makes
his
the ranked
job.
System.
Oof.
He gets to plat first time last season in charge of ranked.
But is he more of a developer in terms of he's coding the stuff though? That's a little different because if you're like an artist or someone who literally makes the game as in you construct it, it's a little different though. Like if you're on the balance team and in your
I
platinum?
don't expect, artists to be good at League of Legends, but I do blindly expect rioters in my games to be good at League of Legends.
I mean, I think that's a fair assumption, like, for the most part. But, like, the rank system is a little bit more about, like, infrastructure. It's not a good sign. I'm just trying to, like, provide an explanation here. I'm trying to play, like, devil's advocate for why this, like, could be fine.
I don't know, man. I would much rather, like, some guy who, like, since season 1 has been plat be in charge. Like, if he was plat, like, every season,
Yeah,
cool,
he
plat's,
just
like, the top
plateaued.
10% of players. That's fine.
Yeah, he
But,
plateaued.
like, first time plat. Like, it's a bit on the yikesy side for me, personally.
Yeah. I
Also,
try
the
not
fact
to
that he's
think
a
about it
Sona
too
main.
much.
They're Sona mains. Fun fact.
Was a blue buff start here for Scar Rain. Put 3 boxes on the blue buff and just 1 on the Gromp. And a red buff on the other side there for King, and he's already making his way topside. Or Scar Rain is on the Gromp, of course, where he put that 4th box. Was no invade while we were talking about other things. No invade came through, so...
It's kind of what I enjoy about watching these two teams. They very rarely invade, either of them.
Got a lot of interesting matchups here. We had a lot of interesting lane matchups in game 1. And I think we're going to follow that up here in game 2. We've got a Vladimir Yasuo top lane. Probably not too much going on in the mid lane. A lot of farming, pushing. But in the bot lane, maybe a little bit of fighting there with the Soraka Lucian, or the Soraka Nami lane against the Sivir Lucian. Okay. The Sivir Soraka versus the Lucian
There you
Nami.
go, buddy.
I got it now. There
If I'm
could be
ever in a
little bit of
solo
trading.
queue game and I lock in Nami and my AD carry locks in Soraka, I'm dodging immediately.
AD Soraka's not that bad.
You're right, it's just not as good as every AD carry in the game.
That's true too. That is true.
Or at least you would hope it isn't. Maybe in like 8-11 it was.
Actually, you might be actually right on that one. That could be actually arguable. If you go like on hit, like Rod of Ages and God, what's that item that builds out a stinger?
Nash's Tooth?
Nasher's Tooth. Strike. Oh, Strike gets taken.
I
very
only
low.
know that item because kill.
Exactly. So Nasher's Tooth, like Rod of Ages, and you just build like on hit, attack speed, Soraka.
Listoya. I never want to hear Listoya say these things because everything he says on stream.
Oh, some more fighting here in the bottom lane. Nami does find a bubble onto there by also. A few ignites and heals being used. So some more aggressive trading there, but no deaths so far in any lane, and farm pretty even across the board.
Both AD carries did actually burn flash there. Well, not like burn. Well, burn. Yeah, burn's the word. That's the word.
But now, oh, now in trouble. First blood gonna go over here to strike. McTrump walked too far forward there. Had a little bit of bloodlust in his eyes. Now XQ is in trouble. Got knocked up by King. He'll be able to get out though. Scarrian is coming in to back him up. It looks like everyone will just go their separate ways here. So just the first blood gonna be going over. McTrump again dying early. He's not had a good series so far. In terms of laning, his team fighting has been good, but the laning has not been kind to him.
It's definitely a different McTrump we're seeing today than we normally do.
Oh, now strike.
Here we go.
Might just go down. The Ignite comes down from Scar Rain. He's going to find that last backstab, and there you go. Return kill.
It's exactly what you want if you're Paragon 5. Just Shaco doing Shaco things.
That kill should allow him to get team at as well on his first back, which is pretty nice. Considering the price increase that came through, allows a little more flexibility for the Shaco.
Made Warwick unplayable. Thanks, Riot. I'm not saying that I played Warwick, but I'm just saying.
I think Warwick's actually, out of all the people who use Tiamat, Warwick's.
I think Warwick was like the worst off because like Tiamat was like the core item for Warwick. Like,
But I think you have enough sustain to get through. Like, it really screws him over. But like, if you've ever played Rengar, he can't clear the jungle without Tiamat. Like, he struggles to clear the jungle without it. Whereas Warwick
yeah, but he can clear
sustain.
champions without it. That's the thing. Like,
Not until he hits level
if
6.
you're Rengar,
Not until he hits level 6 he can't. He doesn't do... Unless he has a
Clearly never
bush
played
or he has
Sona.
ultimate, Rengar doesn't do anything.
you've never played Sona. I can tell.
I do not think I've ever played Sona. I think you're right on that one.
If you're playing Sona and there's a Rengar in the enemy team, he can kill you from
But-
anywhere on the map.
You know how he does that? You know how he kills you from anywhere on the map? Is because he has ultimate up.
Oh, he doesn't even need it. He can walk at your face if you're playing Sona and probably kill you in 1v1.
Okay, then you're playing Sona wrong. A King now coming in for a
Yeah, you're
gank in the top
overstepping.
lane. Beatrice, though, with a good tornado, will buy some time. The last press used, but King going to follow it up with a flash of his own to follow Beatrice, and down he goes. A kill in the top lane.
It's actually a really nice, even though he died, it was a really nice outplay to not get knocked up by the Jarvan flag and jag there.
Very nice use of the tornado into the last breath, for sure. Bought him some
Definitely
time,
nice.
and he almost got away. It was close.
He did it for the flash. It's all long game now. It's long con.
He did it for the Vine.
Ew. I'm gonna call back to that here in a few minutes once Jarvan is in a position where he could have flashed and lived. It'll all be according to plan.
Grievous Wounds picked up for both Beatrice and McTrump off their first back, so clearly they're listening to you. Scarrank coming in for a gank, though, in the bottom lane. Bubble lands from Nova, and Strike going to fall for a second time at the hands of Scarrain. Good play from him so far. Both junglers finding success.
This is why you ban Shaco against this team.
They should ban Rengar and Shaco.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'd actually rather play against Rengar.
Hey, that's the same, because, like, Rengar's invisible, you can see. Like, I actually learned this the other day. If you have a controller down, Shaco can walk past it.
Yeah, it's true invisibility. It's true stealth. It's
don't
like
like
it's
that.
like Kha'Zix ultimate. It's true stealth. It's like Kai'Sa and Kha'Zix ultimate, and or Kai'Sa E and Kha'Zix ultimate. But a gank in the mid lane here. Scarman is coming in. He's looking for his third kill of the game. Lights just right, the ignite goes down. He might just fall
Box is,
to
like,
it.
the most delayed box I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, well, Scarrain picks up the kill. Third kill of the game for him, throwing a
Ooh.
little bit of laugh for us.
Can't do that, buddy.
That's a little bit of BM there.
Can't do on stream. Back to the LCK. Had a potty mouth. And it was hilarious. Out here cussing people out on stream.
That's what we're really all here for.
It was beautiful. I learned how to cuss in Korean. It was a very educational stream.
Now more fighting the bot lane. Now
Here.
McTrump comes out with the culling. Thereby also going to use the ultimate and barrier to keep himself alive. McTrump and Nova now on the defensive. Flash away though from thereby also. He's a bit scared. All summer spells used now in the bottom lane. McTrump and Nova come out on top on that trade. And Nova doesn't even have ultimate yet.
Soraka is so annoying that I just got annoyed watching Soraka heal. Champion.
Beatrice
So much.
trying to make something happen here. He's got the grievous wounds, but no tornadoes. If you could speak any language, what language would you speak?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you've ever looked at my summoner name in game, but it would probably be Japanese.
But I mean, like, you could only speak that language. Like,
Oh, I could only speak that language? Oh, dude.
would you still speak English, or would you speak Korean or Japanese?
Yeah, no, I'd still go hard English. I'd go hard English still. can only speak Japanese at like anime conventions and in Japan, but like English is pretty much everywhere.
Almost anywhere. And even the like,
Thanks, Britain.
well, Scarrain not gonna quite steal this one, but Galio gonna come down. XQ is here. Scarrain and XQ found King in the river there.
And that's the I actually have seen that play before. That is why Galio plus Shaco is really good, because you just invisible with Shaco, walk up to somebody, Q, and then Galio comes in immediately.
A little stealthy combo. A stealthy Galio delivery system. Works out this time. Good combination for sure. And used flawlessly that time. And now McTrump fighting the bot lane. Scarrain here trying to make something happen. Strike and thereby also caught underneath this turret. The dive might be imminent here. Rotation is coming in.
Galio's
TP.
TPing in.
Oven Johnson also going to come in as well. So a big party in the bottom lane here. It's going to be a 4v4. XQ is going to find the taunt on Oven Johnson. Oh. Looks like Evan will go their separate ways. A few summoner spells used, but no one going to die this time.
Looks like Scarrain and XQ there might be trying to set up something in the jungle. Maybe wait for someone to walk by, but nothing is going to come of it. Take a quick camp.
Trump being very aggressive here, though. Strike with good spell shields has been able to avoid these bubbles from the Nami, but McTrump and Nova have been running this lane, it seems. Still, CS is relatively even. Scarrain is here setting up his dive, though. The wave being pushed in. Strike is all alone. No TPs available to help him out, and Strike's going to make a run for it. But Scarrain's right here, and Strike, he won't get very far. Down he goes. 4 kills now for Scarrain.
This is the person you want to have the kills is Scarrain. He can definitely just hard carry from anywhere with that Shaco. Just
Even going to steal this red buff, it appears. Get out unharmed.
So now interesting. I just noticed that Nami has Guardian.
Yes.
And it's I think, I mean, I've never had it explained to me as to why you take Guardian. Dissolve Tree does have a lot of things for additional shielding and healing. And then also, I believe Guardian is to help with the poke. At least like that makes sense to me. Like a lot of people play the Guardian stuff like into me, and I like the poke.
In the top lane, though, the Rift Herald summons is going to be interrupted. Galio can be used here as well. XQ is coming in, but his teammate's already dead. The Yasuo has fallen. Lysis Rider also coming up. XQ is going to be forced to run away. They did interrupt that Rift Herald summons, though, which is huge. You're still battling for that first turret as well here at the 14-minute mark. Turret plating is down, so these turrets will start to fall relatively quickly. Now gank in the bottom lane. Scarrain is here. He'll use defensively from Strike there, but also going to be first one to fall. Strike going to flash away from this one. He'll survive. The Infernal Drake did go over, of course. So 2 Drakes to none now for Paragon 5.
Definitely look a little bit more coordinated this game than they did last game, picking up objectives, getting those sneaky Shaco kills.
Shaco stealth has been huge this game, but looks like Strike, well, he's stayed a little bit too long. The bubble lands finally, but wasn't even needed. Is McTrump going to find his first kill of the game here? Strike has made a habit of staying too long underneath turrets. Has resulted in 4 deaths this game already in just 15 minutes. Yeah. I don't know if the person who used the cool story Bob emote is still here, but I just want to say thank you because I too am a Bob Ross lover. And always nice to see.
did you watch it on Twitch when it was like being streamed 24/7 for like a week?
Yeah, I mean, they still have marathons every weekend too, which is usually when I watch.
Twitch is just wholesome.
Yeah. That chat is just like, it's not like it's like the best parts of every other Twitch chat, like put together in one great stream. There's no like negativity there. It's incredible. Everyone's actually like very nice, which is honestly it feels weird.
It's like a tie stream for Hearthstone. Everybody's so chill and nice.
Exactly. But nobody's gonna be nice here. McTrump's gonna find thereby also here in the jungle, and he's gonna take him down.
Especially not to Soraka. Never be nice to Soraka.
Little ruthless there. That's definitely not in the spirit of Bob Ross. No, Skarain. Oh, taunting too. XQC finds the taunt.
Man.
Skarain puts down his taunt. XQC puts down his, and that spells a dead Victor. Licensed Rider falls in the mid lane. Now Strike. He's going to be dove underneath this turret. The Soraka's going to come down, but it's not going to be enough. The Grievous one's there for McTrump. And Nova. McTrump coming with another good dive. Third kill of the game for McTrump in just the span of a few minutes.
It's actually quite interesting. So the Soraka, I assume, knows that both Yasuo and Lucian have picked up Executioner's Calling. It's going for a first item Athenes, and not Redemption or Ardent Sensor. It's kind of an interesting choice to me, personally, because until you actually finish your Grail, you don't actually obtain any additional healing. You give additional healing.
Well, you have the AP ratios, of course, but one thing I have heard is that getting the Chalice of Harmony is actually really good early on, because on Soraka specifically, because you get bonus health regen equal to your bonus mana regen, which means that as a Soraka, you can sustain, like, because obviously your heals cost health of your own, so you can actually sustain with the Chalice. So one thing that I've seen Soraka players do, and I've heard, which is good, is that you buy the Chalice and then buy Redemption. Thereby also this game...
The thing is, like, they have the Fiendish Codex as well.
Yeah, so thereby also this game
it looks like
is...
they're just going to complete it.
Yeah, is finishing it. But I have seen people just buy Chalice and then buy the rest of their items.
Makes sense.
But I mean, it's by no means a bad item. It's just...
No. That wasn't my implication at all. It's just really awkward to me to see that as opposed to in her first item Ardent.
Yeah, you'd assume that's the next item though. Yeah, like I think it's just a more defensive look on the Soraka.
Resistance, I guess.
Yeah. But there's only one AP source.
Really, only one AP.
Yeah. I don't know. An interesting choice. I'm sure there's a reason for it, but. Especially with a change to Warmogs, though, you're really hard-pressed to get, like, HP regen on a Soraka in the mid-game. Because
Warmog... but you have to land it.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying maybe that's another reason to go Athenes.
Yeah, I can see that, I suppose. I miss the old Athenes when it was lower. It increased, or it doubled your health regen. Lower, it doubled your mana regen. That was the golden age of Athenes. It was truly the A+ healing item.
No longer, though.
Sadly not.
An underutilized item, to be honest.
Is me personally, it's usually only an item that I build when I'm like ahead. Like
XQC
really ahead.
though, caught in the jungle here. The taunt's gonna buy a little bit of time. He flashes away, and that might just save him. A sliver of health, but XQ gets away. I said XQC. That's another person. I think that's an Overwatch player. But the Gallia makes it out alive. Still no deaths. We've reached the 20-minute mark. The Baron is live. No dragon. But a TP coming through. The bubble is landed, and now thereby also he's dead. The culling gonna come through, but that won't find much. Very nice pick off though from Nova.
Fish finally said, "No, this one's mine."
Goat, fish over goat.
Well, I've eaten both, so I have to agree. Fish is definitely better.
I've never had a goat or anything. I've not. Goat
I have had
milk, goat cheese, anything.
I've had goat like meat like one time in my life, and it was pretty good. It's closer to like what's it called?
Don't say it tastes like chicken.
Doesn't. No, it's closer to like pork actually.
Pork. Maybe I would like it. I've never had any.
It's, I mean, it's an acquired taste for sure, but I mean, you have to get past the fact that you're eating a goat.
I think I can move past that.
And like I can't eat lamb or duck. Just too adorable.
Yeah. Ducks?
Any duck.
Well, actually, a lot of people don't know this, but ducks are actually very aggressive.
Yeah, they're incredibly territorial.
Yeah,
ducks are actually like my favorite animal. Like,
I love me a good bird, you know.
as the memes go. As we just got some typical.
Oh, thereby also down he goes. McTrump one-shots him. Beatrice now and the target in the bottom lane. Galio's gonna come out to help. Looks like the Cataclysm actually gonna play against him this time. King, and he's got the zonies, but that'll only buy him a little bit of time. 3 down now for BB Clocks. Just 1 on the other side for Paragon 5. Looks like that they definitely won that exchange, and Scarrain still pushing on the top side.
You almost have to feel sorry for the Soraka here if they weren't playing the champion that I hate. So, like, definitely feels bad though, seeing just the support blasted out of nowhere. But more of it as a nerf to Relic Shield did come out this week. See more supports just getting 2-shotted. Part of watching like the LCS and stuff.
I feel like
I actually really enjoy that because whenever that happens, I'm like, oh, thank God that wasn't me.
Yeah, supports are abused. Like it's rough out there. It's rough out there for you guys.
It's pretty hard. I only 4 days ago now, I first picked Sona.
Oof.
Proceeded to pick J4, Ash, and I can't remember the other person because they didn't touch me because I was already dead by the time the other 4 hit me. Really awful. Like, it was just not good times.
Oven Johnson coming in for the flank here. King, well, he's not going to get anything done. Already dead. Oven Johnson going to follow shortly. That was definitely not the fight they were looking for there. Paragon 5. Well, they were ambushed, but they turned it quickly right back around, and now they're looking to open up the base.
Just did not have the damage that he thought he did. I don't think he's actually finished his Leandries. He's still sitting on a Haunting, guys. I noticed that he didn't finish his Leandries, but find out, right?
Yeah, it does not have Leandries, but he does have 2 needlessly large rods. But
yeah, not quite a death cap.
Yeah.
Which means not quite death cap damage.
Well, Vitris trying to use the TP to keep that minion alive. Gets canceled by the Soraka. And now it looks like we're going to have 3 inhibs down. Paragon 5 looking to end this game right after they back. Never mind, they're going to back away. They're gonna go back, buy some items, and come back. Now with 3 inhibs down, should be pretty easy to end this game here. Gonna attack on a second Mountain Dragon as well.
Because why not, right?
Exactly. Cross your T's, dot your I's.
It was kind of an interesting teleport to me. it was something. Maybe it was accidental.
I assumed it was to keep the minion alive to do more damage to the turret.
Right, but it wasn't like a cannon or a super minion. It was just a regular melee minion, wasn't it?
Well, but when you TP on a minion, the minion stops attacking. So TPing on a cannon would actually be a bad idea, I think. I mean, it would be bad. It just delay the cannon, but
just to like stall time for them to take the inhib. That actually makes sense.
I mean, he could have just been BMing too. We don't really know.
True. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that it was all planned, 100% calculated. You play. It was to stop the team from coming to take the inhib, or to prevent stopping you to take the inhib.
Yeah, stopping the contest there, but
makes sense.
We may never know.
We don't do post-game interviews in the SFL, so.
I did a little while ago, last week I think, or the week before.
Ah.
I did do an impromptu interview. I don't know if we're gonna get a repeat of that, but well, Scarrain though, eastbound Lightless Rider. The exhaust comes through though. No one gonna die this time. But both summoner spells from Lightless Rider are down, and it looks like this should be a matter of time here before Paragon 5 ends this one. The culling gonna come through. A lot of damage.
And if you're Paragon 5, all you have to do here is just escort the minions into the base. Try to kill Sivir, because Sivir does have leave clear. At least put a dent in the minions, but
the Nexus turret, one has already fallen.
She is not able to walk forward.
Cataclysm comes down, but King gonna die inside that one. Oh, actually, Boomerang gonna find the kill. Strike picks up one. XQ gonna fall as well, but the Nexus is open. McTrump and Nova, though, have not been damaging it. They're gonna turn back and try and fight here. Scarrain in the backline finds a lot of damage on a strike. McTrump gonna dash on a Lightless Rider. He'll go down. McTrump going godlike. Oven Johnson flashing forward. Will not find the kill, though, on a Scarrain with a quick Loose Knight away. And now the minions will be repelled. Strike gonna keep this Nexus alive, at least for the time being. It's sort of reminiscent of Game 1. But it looks like we will have this game extended. And Paragon 5 are gonna have to end this one with this second Baron, it looks like.
Yeah, and this Baron should seal the game outside of literal miracle team fight that they have to basically int into. Paragon 5 is more than likely going to pick this game up.
It certainly
Plus
seems
double or second Baron.
Yeah. I doubt there's a comeback here, but you have Sivir and you have a Victor, which comes pretty close to two of the best wave clear champs in the game, so maybe.
Also Vlad. Vlad E does do a pretty decent job.
Yeah, I mean
Vlad
the team scales really well. The one downside here is the Jarvan has gone for AD. So your team fight isn't as good, but I mean you have a really good late game team. I mean it's certainly possible for V-Clocks to like come back. It's not over, but I'd be shocked if they did, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, likewise. It would definitely be something.
Still 3 inhibs down. We're at 29.5 minutes. Baron buff here with 3 waves of supers. Yeah, seems unlikely, but they're doing their best. BB Clocks have not given up yet, which is admirable in itself. As Galileo gonna come down there, but also flashes away, already using that Soraka ultimate. Gonna buy some time, but now the Yasuo's gone down. Beatrice has fallen in the back line. The kill is found by King. 2 already down. Looks like, actually, BB Clocks is winning this team fight. XQ to come back with some damage. He's gonna use the Zonias, but I think he's gonna go down. Strike's gonna find the kill. A few are traded back here, but again, BB Clocks still have one member up. 3-2 right now. They're gonna clear all these minions. The Nexus still alive. McTrump coming in. Oh, McTrump! The lead strike, though. McTrump might just be able to end this game on his own. Nova here coming to join him, and now 2v1 down. The final member goes there, but also dies. A triple kill for McTrump. It looks like Nova and McTrump will end this game on their own. They don't need the help of their teammates. Paragon 5 is going to come back, win game 2. As the surrender comes through. Paragon 5 strike back, and looks like we're going to a game 3.
I think this is actually the first time that you and I have casted a 3-game series.
We've had a lot of 2-0s. So I'm honestly not surprised to hear that. To be honest, we've had a lot of quick. Well, here's the thing: is we have a lot of 2-0s, but they're rarely quick. Like we get like 38-minute games, which are back and forth. But we still get 2-0s, you know.
Yeah.
It's that weird thing where, you know, the series looks lopsided, but then you actually watch it and it's like this very close back and forth thing.
Which is why I think Griffin is going to win Worlds, by the way. Shoehorning that back into the conversation.
I would bet you that Griffin will not win.
Have you watched like any of the Griffin gameplay?
I have watched them. I don't.
Dude, they won with Elise support.
Elise support's a thing.
No, it's not. Stop.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Stop.
It is.
No, it is not. No.
What? Elise support was like one of the best supports like 2 seasons ago or something, or 3 seasons ago, and they're bringing it back.
That's not current season though. That's like saying Camille is a good top laner right now. Like, yeah, she was like.
Camille is a good top laner right now in the right situation.
No, it is not.
Camille is a good top laner right now in a good situation. Like if you're in the right situation.
Okay, well, if you're like, I mean, sure, like any champion in the right situation is a good champion. Except Akali. Except Akali. Akali's still trash. Don't play Akali.
No, Mordekaiser is shit all the time.
No, Mordekaiser is great in the bot lane when you're playing because he has like 100% win rate.
Because nobody plays him, dude.
Exactly.
He's a terrible
Only Mordekaiser
champion.
one tricks play Mordekaiser.
I played like 6 Mordekaiser games today. He's a god awful champion. I'll tell you. He doesn't have a single crowd control ability.
But he's
a melee champion with no dashes. He's a melee champion with no mobility, and he doesn't have any CC. He's so bad.
AP champion. You forgot the important part there.
No. No.
He actually, I think if I remember correctly, I think I read it. He is the next champion that is going to get a rework. A full-on rework.
They're gonna screw it up again. I know it.
Totally. He's still gonna suck. Like, he's still gonna suck.
I mean, yeah, he's gonna suck. They're gonna screw it up. He'll probably have more bugs than he had before, and
I just hope that they keep the his dragon. He gets a dragon. I think that's cool.
I hope they keep that mechanic as well, because that's like the coolest
should be
thing.
Like the one thing that he keeps.
Is there a more badass thing in League of Legends than walking around with a dead dragon? Like, is there any, like a ghost dragon? Is there anything cooler than that? I don't think there is.
Yeah, it's called pressing R on Karthus. I don't even have to walk around to do that. I can sit on platform.
Oh my god, I hate that. Karthus Ultimate. I'm gonna say it, bad design. I'm gonna go there.
I think that it just shouldn't ever scale. I think it should just do a percentage true damage instead of scaling with damage.
Wait,
like Dark Harvest.
But
it should just do a flat 10% of someone's HP.
I don't know if I like that though.
10% of my HP is 160 HP. It's like 160 damage. So I'm cool with that. 160 damage.
I don't know. I don't know if that's good though.
3,000 into like 50. I'm down. Make it happen.
That seems bad too.
I mean, the problem with Karthus ult is that there's no, like, you can't really. You either have an answer for it or you do not. Like, that's the problem with it. You can't outplay Karthus ult outside of pressing like Zhonya's. Like,
well, that's the thing is Karthus Ultimate is it's literally a stat check. It's literally, all right, I'm gonna press this button. I'm
either gonna get 5 kills or I'm gonna get none.
Yeah, it's either I'm ahead and I kill everyone, or I'm behind and I
You,
do literally
yeah,
nothing. You know what I mean?
assist, I did that little damage. Like,
Karthus is literally a champion of I either do a shit ton of damage or I don't do anything. That's literally what he does.
in my games, he does nothing. So
When he's on your team.
yeah, right, yeah. When he's on the enemy team, of course, he's like 17-1, 25 stack mages at 12 minutes into the game.
It's like
Oh, my jungler CS,
the
I mean,
Karthus it's like the okay, visual meme. You got regular normal Karthus who's on your Karthus on your team who doesn't do any damage, and then it's like, all right, then it's like the Karthus she told you not to worry about, and it's like 25 stack mage eyes and 50 dark harvest stacks, and
yeah.
that's bad visual meme right there.
Thanks.
Okay, visual meme. You know the one where the guy like is with his girlfriend and he's looking at another
Oh
girl?
yeah. Bad boyfriend meme. Yeah.
Bad boyfriend meme. All right. The girl he's looking at is a 25 stack Magi's, and then the girl he's like that's his girlfriend is like 6 Dark Seals with 0
No,
stacks.
make it
on
worse. It's like 3 Dark Seal stacks. Got an assist and like 1 kill on the jungler that got greedy. Like that does happen. Usually I have like 1 to 3 stacks. Like it's normal stacks. So we have
Most cost efficient item. How can it be wrong to buy it?
Dude, Dark Seal is such a good item. Like I'll explain this after Champ Select. I will explain this.
Well,
I will
either way,
explain
we
my
got a
Dark Seal
first
in
pick
5 minute
Lucian
game.
again. McTrump gonna pick this one up. We've got the Ivern and the Shaco being banned away here, so a couple adaptions in the jungle, and the Vladimir also banned. So a few changes here, but sticking to their guns is Paragon 5, banning when they Sedge 1 and can in every single game this series without fail.
It's also refreshing to see that Shaco's banned this game and not Rengar.
I'd actually like to watch Rengar, so as it gets picked in, Skarrain will be picking that one. I'd actually like to see it. I feel like he's a very fun champion to watch, so excited to see Skarrain play that. Got the Vayne Nami duo in the bottom lane as well. Looks like it'll be up against a Lucian Lulu combo.
Arden's coming back, boys. We've done it. We've done it.
Arden's gonna get nerfed again, and
Please stop. Don't hurt me like this.
baby,
They just nerfed the Relic Shield and buffed Spell Thief. That is all you need for Arden meta.
Ardent meta. Everyone loves Ardent meta. Ask anyone.
Dude, I legitimately don't understand why people hate Ardent meta. Like, I mean, I understand from like the point of view of AD carries. Like, if you're a better AD carry, you should win every game. But because you didn't have an Ardent support and your opponent did, they won. Like, I understand that's a little tilting. Support player really enjoy making bad AD carries look really good. Like, beautiful time for me. Very beautiful.
Well, we got a Nocturne locked in here, so both bot lanes and junglers picked.
Showing some respect to Oven Johnson there, banning away the Kled. Definitely don't want to see that again, not with a Nocturne.
I think
that's kind of scary.
I think Kled is my favorite voiceover in the entire game. I think that is... I think just the most ridiculous character. It's just the funniest character that exists in the game.
Doesn't he like talk about tacos or something?
Oh, he talks about mushroom juice. He talks about tacos. He talks about... I mean, literally, he's just out of his goddamn mind. Like, he's insane.
It's crazy, yeah.
I love it. He's insane.
I only know that Kled voice line because of Nico's interaction with Kled when she turns into Kled. Let me try to quote this exactly. Free Yordle, stab, tacos, and then the yelly noise that he does.
Very nice.
Scarl or whatever. Yeah.
Very nice rendition.
Best Nico impression 2019.
Scarl, the cowardly lizard. That's immortal. Did you know Scarl is actually immortal?
I didn't actually.
Yeah, Scarl is immortal and he just runs off because he gets scared, not because he's actually hurt.
Nice.
Yeah. That's part of the lore. Someone asked about the tacos actually. in like Ask Dev thing or whatever, and they were like, yeah, just they're Noxian tacos. They're just regular tacos. I was like, wow, that's a really creative answer. Thank you.
That's right. Did oh my god, my face. Oh, is this? What is this? What is this? Blitzcrank. What is going on here?
No,
Oh,
they're playing with our hearts here. Get a Gangplank though
every
in the
time I
top
see
lane.
every time I see a Blitzcrank and Champ Select, I have to panic a little bit, and then I have to remind myself, wait, I don't have to dodge a hook.
What do you hate more, Blitzcrank or Thresh or Pike or Alistair? What melee sport do you hate
If
the
I
most?
have to put okay, so if I have to put them like in a tier list of which ones I hate the most, Pike is on the bottom because garbage. Going on record that champion's trash. Um, like I think tanky Pike was where it was at, and that's where he should have stayed, but Riot doesn't agree, so they got rid of it. Pike is garbage. Mainly because Sona actually counters Pike, quote unquote, words and my own personal gameplay. Your W just kind of makes it to where he doesn't do anything. Like he just and then you E and you dodge the stun and he just doesn't do anything after that. Like you just win. And I'd have to put right above Pike, I would put Alistar. Respect Alistar's range. Like as long as you respect his Alistar stuff, you can basically beat him out like with an Ardent support. You just have to poke and then be respectful of his cooldowns, be respectful of his and then I would put Blitzcrank above Alistar. So it's second. Dead. That's just I can't save you. I can't save myself. You're dead. I'm sorry. He has his ult on like a 40-second cooldown and it's an AoE damage silence, so so you're dead. I'm sorry. I died and I'm not sorry. You should have healed me. You should have done better. Even if it's 100% my fault, like I didn't stand behind the minion wave and I got hooked. It's your fault. Player.
Of course.
But yeah. And then I would have to put Thresh at number 1 just because Thresh out of all of them has the most insane like crowd control. Like his crowd control. And then on top of that also has Abe's teammates or himself. And that's just insane. Like Thresh is just so insane. Actually, like Thresh is the champion I ban right now. He's also like really played a lot. Saw the amount of play that Thresh did, I would probably ban Blitzcrank over him, but I don't know. Thresh is just kind of one of those champions that's a lot better at every stage of the game. Like he has a really good early game, a really good late game, very good in mid game.
What can't
mid game,
Thresh do?
All right, yeah, right. Meta, I think you still had Thresh just. All right, my lantern's up. Time to build Ardent Sensor. Like,
all right, visual meme. It's not even visual meme. It's just the it's like get you a girl who can do both. It's like it's just a picture of Thresh.
Yeah,
it's just
Thresh.
A picture of Thresh.
This is the girl that can do both. Like any item and it's okay because he's gonna hook someone and you're gonna get a kill. No matter what you build. What does Thresh even scale off of? I think it's AP, right?
Well, he scales off of AP, but he also scales off of souls.
Right, but
and his E scales off of AD.
But like in ARAM, people play like Infinity Edge, Stormrazor, Thresh.
Yeah, because your E scales off of AD, but your Q and Ultimate and W all scale off of AP, and your W scales off of souls. You pick up.
Ah.
Yes. The
Learn
shield
something
gets
new
bigger.
about Thresh's W.
Yeah, your Thresh shield gets off of the lantern gets bigger with souls and AP, and your armor and AP grow with your souls that you pick up.
Right.
And you start, if you play against a Lucian, you start with 1 soul actually, because it's his wife. Fun fact.
It's
pretty messed up.
That's a little fucked up on the side of it, right? Oh my bad. Yeah. Messed up.
Messed up.
It's actually like kind of dark. Like, I mean, it makes sense lore-wise, but like that's
I mean, if you read
low-key dark.
Thresh's, if you wanna, you should read Thresh's lore, but it's messed up. Like, it's not just like, oh, like PG-13 violence. Like, he's literally torturing people by like flaying their skin off of their bones. Like, it's messed up.
Yeah, I mean,
It's messed up stuff, dude.
that's what you do with the flays. I mean,
Like,
that's
literally,
point.
his ability is called flay. He has a scythe where he flays people's
just
flesh.
split.
Like, he's fucked
It's
up.
not really a scythe. It's more of like a sickle. But yeah, I
No,
mean,
it's a
same thing.
scythe. It's a scythe. I have been told
Ah.
it's a scythe. By in the lore, it is called a scythe. So I know.
But
Yes.
that's like actually terrifying.
Yeah. Well, you want to hear
Just
something?
imagine, because like when he hooks you, like now he's throwing a scythe at you. Like, just
He's
imagine a
literally
scythe
throwing a
flying
scythe
at
at
you.
you.
Yeah.
Yes. So apparently the reason he has chains on the scythe is because when they would rattle against a stone, and he used to like the sound because whenever he'd like walk down the hallway, all the people would like get scared because they'd hear the sound. So he put the chain specifically on to scare people. Like, that's like he's like psychologically and physically like torturing the people.
Thresh is an edgelord.
Dude, yeah, he's bad. He's like worse than
High Noon Thresh on sale now, by the way. It's on sale in the store
Blood
for
Moon Thresh.
$9.75.
Ooh.
No, High Noon Thresh.
Oh, High Noon Thresh. All right.
Recommend picking it up. Broken hitbox, can't miss Q.
If you want to buy that for me, I wouldn't complain.
Maybe. Are you an e-girl?
I can
Play
send you
Janna?
pics of women, if that's what you're asking. I can do
Might
that.
be able
for you.
to arrange something with that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, dude, that Thresh's lore is crazy stuff. It's
I
crazy.
hope that they buff Sona's lore at some point.
Oh, nope.
Good.
Uh-oh, wrong place to be. Licensed Rider gets rooted up. Down he goes. First blood over to
Bushes.
XQ. Scarrain here. He's got the bushes. He's got the moves. Not going to quite find the next kill, though. King going to get away. But looks like a red buff steal will be coming in.
Very good patience on the side of P5. Very patient play.
Well, you want to hear more about lore? Apparently, Gangplank and Alawi are
Oh yeah, these
they're in love.
yeah, that's one of my loading game tips pretty
Yeah,
often.
yeah.
I'm just like, oh, that's nice. The fictional characters in the game that I play have a better love life than I do. Thanks, Riot.
So apparently, like, Alawi was the person who saved Gangplank after, because his rework, he like was drowned in his ship.
Right,
was
he
destroyed.
died. Right, he
basi-
died.
He basically, well,
quote, unquote.
died. Yeah, I don't know. I
He
don't
was
really
disabled
know.
for like 2 weeks. He like
Yeah.
they like legit were like, oh, Gangplank's dead. We've disabled him.
But anyway, Alawi's the
I think
person
we
who brought
talked
him
about this,
back.
like, every time.
Apparently,
Yeah.
apparently, Alawi's the person who brought him back.
Because it was about the time when Alawi came out, correct?
Yes, I think that was the whole tie-in because there's
Yeah.
the big Bilgewater event, and I wasn't around for this. I was not playing. I did not play League yet, so.
I played League, but I didn't. I mean, that was like 2 years ago now. So
Yeah, I mean it's ancient
round of
history
League,
basically.
you kind of phase out the older League of Legends stuff until somebody offhandedly mentions it, and you remember it instantly. So. And it's like Ardent Meta is like the last thing in my memory currently. So like once something else comes out, I'll forget Ardent Meta until someone brings it up in conversation.
Gotta talk about the game now though, because King is coming in for a gank here. He's level 2, but he's got the red buff. Nova gonna flash away. He'll survive. And now a countering coming in. Scarrain is here, trying to find the kill. But everybody also goes down. McTrump with the kill to start things off. Strike now. He's gonna use both summoner spells and get away. King walks back in for a moment. Now he gets rooted up. Scarrain finds him. King, that's not the right way to go, buddy. McTrump with a double. Good gank there by Scarrain. Picks up 3 assists. And McTrump, well, he had rough laning phases in game 1 and 2, but he's found his way back here in game 3, off to a very nice start. Nova helping him out, being a good support. Been a very good addition. Helping out McTrump.
Definitely what I like.
Oh,
And
Beatrice,
the damage from the Beatrice
is in trouble. He was gonna get stunned up, and down he goes. He was running away from his turret the entire time, and down he goes.
I think they got confused slightly that
Yeah.
inside both game 1 and 2. I think they maybe got he got confused on which side was which.
He definitely was not going the right way there.
Gotta respect those walls when you play against Poppy. Just like with Vayne, you can't stand near him. It's not gonna work out for you.
The hitboxes are ridiculous. Don't even try. Don't even try angling yourself.
Yeah. I actually had a flash over a wall as he was getting condemned by Vayne earlier, and it saved his life. And I was like, "Good play, proud of you."
Proud of you, babe.
Yeah. It was a beautiful play. But he did not. He got out with the flash. So it looks like they're trying to set something up for XQ here in the mid lane. Ooh.
Well, Licenseless Rider needs to not die first, so. King, though, gonna flash in and follow this. Beatrice still in trouble at top side. He's down a level, but he gets away for now. XQ. King's there, but he's got a 2-level lead, and there's the distortion to get him away.
Yep.
Gonna be okay. He's already found a solo kill, so.
Yeah. That's what Nocturne was waiting for on the engage of that play, was for the W to go on cooldown. If you try to gank a LeBlanc while she has her W up, you're just gonna look kind of stupid. You just go in and then she W's, and you just sit there. They press W again.
Beatrice did go for Kleptomancy on the Gangplank, not Grasp, so that is one of the reasons he's struggling more in the laning phase. Here. Gone for a lot of gold generation here with the Call, the Ruby Crystal, and the Kleptomancy. Very much focused on mana and gold income, not actually combat stats yet. Ooh. Oh, good dodge from McTrump there. He's trying to make a dive happen. Down he goes. McTrump finds another kill. Now he's in trouble. King is here. The condemn into the wall. McTrump trying to fire back. The Ignite comes down. Strike just might fall. Nova. He's going to do it. Nova finds the last auto. Down he goes. Now XQ is trying to help out in the top lane. Beatrice, he's going to go down in the 1v1, but XQ makes this a 2v1. And down falls the Poppy. They're screwing me up with all these names.
Can't change their names during the SFL season.
You gotta help me out with this one. Yeah, I don't. Fallen. Make a rule change. We gotta. I don't.
I'll have Toxican mention it in the next team captain meeting.
Yeah.
Don't allow name changes during the season.
We should just number every player. Just make.
Shout out to Coyote. Stop changing your name, please.
Yeah. It's getting a little much. Everyone, or you know, we don't need numbers. We need everyone to pick a name that
one
has
letter. Everyone gets one letter.
No, we run out of letters. We have too many players for that, dude.
You would just go P5 and then Z, or like.
Okay.
P5X
right.
now. Yeah.
No. Okay. All right, ready? You are your position, okay? So P5 AD would just be McTrump.
Hey, yeah, no, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Whenever the names get confusing, I just refer to them as their champion.
Yeah, probably should just do that.
Yeah.
All right, you're not worthy of your own names now.
Because whenever I cast a team that I don't know, like with like USA, because they change their roster like every 5 minutes. Subtle shade.
Scarian tried for
I just like refer to their
though.
champion. Both with their names.
Beatrice learned his lesson. Not gonna be near the wall, but still taking some bad trades up there. Doing pretty well for Paragon 5 so far this game, up almost 3,000 gold. Evan Johnson, Beatrice though in a 1v1. Beatrice flashes away, but he's close to this wall, able to avoid the stun. But now Evan Johnson, he's gonna win this 1v1. A second solo kill up in the top lane.
And King was in position actually to get the cleanup kill if Evan Johnson had lost that. So you'd like to imagine the Nocturne would have been able to pick up a kill on a 20 HP Gangplank. I would hope.
has just now hit the level 6 though.
Yeah.
Both junglers have the ultimate available. As XQ again, he's in trouble now. The Nocturnal comes in, the flash away, the distortion not enough.
Almost.
King finds that kill. XQ goes down. XQZ. Maybe I'll call him XQZ. Maybe that'll stop me from screwing it up. I don't know. Just leave out the Y.
I was just gonna stick with the XQ.
Next, you know what? You know what's gonna happen next is everyone's gonna start like naming themselves barcodes, and I'm gonna be like, all right, 11II LL 1IL. That's gonna be the evolution.
There's actually a Sona main that has a name like that, and I can never check to see how good they are because I'm like, I'm not gonna sit there and is this an I, an L, a 1? What are we dealing with here?
You gotta copy paste, man. You gotta find it.
Yeah, but it's just I don't care that much is the problem. So I assume they're worse than me.
They have to be, right? They have to be worse than you.
There's 60 Sonas that are better than me currently.
Statistically.
According to a few websites.
That's only statistics.
I think they're wrong, but...
Yeah. Those are just
They don't
numbers.
know that I got inted. Like... Statistics are just numbers. I actually had to remind myself of statistics being just numbers in a game yesterday, I think, actually. Booted up the old League of Graphs because they're in-game champion team that are going to cost you a game. Is much better looking than OP.GG's in my opinion. These people, I promise. But, win rates and, like, the KDAs and all that, but, like, it has it much more, like, easily laid out to where you can see it a little bit better, I feel. Hurts my eyes to look at the small text on op.gg. But yeah, my team had an average win rate of 47%, and I was like, oh boy.
That's a dodge, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you would think, right? But we were already in we were already in, like, the loading screen, and I was like, oh, well.
King, gonna jump on XQ there. Oh, Scarrain's gonna get the jump on him. Lysis Rider now in trouble. Scarrain here trying to make something happen. Lysis Rider, though, he's gonna find the kill on XQ. It'll be a 2-for-1 trade in the end. Scarrain picking up that final kill. As there was a little bit of fighting in the bot lane as well. Scarrain now.
It was kind of one of those plays where you couldn't tell if face check or 100% calculated outplay. What I was looking for was bait.
They definitely had an inkling something was going on there, but they were pretty confident they could win the 2v2, and they were right about that one. So, Paragon 5. I mean, they're pretty, they're decently far ahead at this stage in the game. Luden's Echo completed now for XQ, so I mean, it makes sense that they would be winning that one. As Vitris, don't think he's winning this. He's got the Sheen and the Phage, so the trades are going a lot more even. Oven Johnson is actually retreating this time, but they've got to be careful here. The shields can turn these trades, and Vitris now in trouble. The orange is going to come through. Looks like they'll get away. He'll get away for now.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to go. Oh
Scarrain, though, found him in the bottom lane. The Condemn going to come through, but that's too late from Strike. Now the Coin going to come. McTrump, yep, he'll get that kill.
I felt so bad for that
Vitris
support.
with the stopwatch. He's going to kill Oven Johnson. The outplay. The Zonia's underneath the turret, going to save him, and Vitris gets the kill in the end. Everything's looking Paragon 5.
It was interesting by Oven Johnson. I don't think he checked inventory. He forgot to press tab.
Yeah, that was
something.
That's a face palm right there. It's kind of funny. I remember the times when it was everyone was taking. Oh, now he stayed a little bit too long. Vitris in trouble. Oven Johnson has found him underneath this turret. The last turret shot will take him down. Oven Johnson to come back. Did a little loop around there with a TP onto the ward in the river.
Outplay. Outplay?
Eh.
Sound right. But a little bit too greedy for the last minute plate.
I mean, he's a pirate. What do you expect, really? He wants the gold.
True. Gotta try.
He needs some plunder, but if, you know, before he can go back to his crew, he's got to pay them. And now Scarrank coming in the bottom lane.
Hi, Nami.
Oh,
Oh, she lived this time. She lived this time.
the Flash gonna save her. Condemn as well. But Scarrain definitely looks pretty dangerous. He hurts quite a bit now.
Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of those Scarrain lane ganks with his ultimate before.
The Trump coming in, almost finds a kill there, but also the bubble and the wave come through. Gonna buy some room, but now McTrump gonna go down to strike. Is the Ignite's ticking though? Here comes the ult from King. Flash away though, gonna buy Nova some time. Scarrank coming in for the counter. Flash forward on to King. He's gonna get that empowered Q and looks like, yep, down he goes. King gonna fall. A 2-for-1 trade overall. McTrump, King, and Strike all die. Now some turret damage as well.
Person you want to find coming out of your Nocturne ult is Fed Rengar in your face.
Will be first turret. Scarrain and Nova gonna pick that one up. You have a second mountain on the table as well if they want to go for that one.
I think they will. Nocturne's just now respawning. They definitely have the time to. Decent vision on it.
No ult available. Licensed Rider low on mana as well. So yep, looks like it'll be theirs for sure. Yeah, like you're talking about, great start for Paragon 5 here. They're looking very good. McTrump off to a much better start than he was in games 1 and 2. Scarrain is looking very fed, like he was in game 2.
Very, very fed.
Yeah.
I think he just finished his second item, actually. Oh no, he just finished his first item.
Yeah, the
Has a few pieces of other various items there.
the Dustblade plus a serrated Dirk here, 16 minutes. Like he's fed. He's got a lot of items.
Yeah. Goodbye, goodbye anyone probably not named Poppy on the enemy team right now. Maybe Corky lives. I think Corky lives through the engage, but
King, he might not live through XQ though. Whoa. That was not the right place to be.
The chain.
Beautiful play
Always
from
gotta respect
XQ.
the chain.
Evan Johnson, the only one having success so far in this game for BB Clocks. Riftero going to be the target now. Taking down 17 minutes in. Evan Johnson, like you said, doing pretty good in the side lane, but the rest of the map going pretty poorly. And with that Riftero added on, looks like the turrets probably going to be short-lived here in the top lane if that's where they decide to bring it. And it will be plopped down there. The mid lane, just some more wave clear going on between XQ and Licensed Rider. Well, as I say that, a little bit of trading happening, but the Rift Herald should get a charge off pretty cleanly and knock down this top lane turret. There it goes. Scarrain coming for a gank in the mid lane. He's going to find it. Almost kills Licensed Rider, but condemn down Strike. Nova going to use the ult defensively. The overgrowth is big. It's going to buy some time, but Strike going to pick up the kill in the end. Gets a shutdown. McTrump trying to buy some time, but King has the ultimate point-blank range to pick up that kill. Scarrain does not have ultimate. Neither does XQ, so they will not be able to help out, and the Rift Turret does die. So they get a turret, but end up sacrificing the bottom lane there.
And I feel like it was a little bit of an overstow.
King goes down,
don't
and now
mean anything.
XQ gets condemned up against the wall. The wave going to come through. A shutdown Strike with a good condemn. We'll pick up that kill. It's actually a 1-for-1 trade there.
Vayne actually picked up 2 shutdowns in that extended period there. The Lulu actually had a 450 gold shutdown.
That's some important gold. Getting the Rage Blade soon would be very nice for her.
Overstay on the side of Paragon 5. They wanted to try to escort the Rift Herald, Shelly.
Good old Shelly.
Because anyone who calls it Herald is not correct.
It is a female.
Her name is Shelly. Her name is Shelly. But
Well,
Yeah, they just wanted to escort it to get that second charge off on the, or the, not the second charge, but the charge on the second turret there, but it's sadly with gold onto Vayne.
so we know the Rift Herald is biologically female, but does she identify as a female, or should I be even saying she? These are the questions we really need to ask.
I mean, yeah, like, why aren't these on an Ask Riot yet? Like, speaking of Ask Riot, my favorite Ask Riot question of all time was, does Nico lay eggs?
What was the answer to
There
that?
The answer was simply no, she does not. Please stop asking. It wasn't like, you know how like most Ask Riot questions have like a long explanation of the answer, like an actual complete answer, you know, essay questions type deal?
Yes.
Nah, it was literally no, she does not. Please stop asking.
Well, wait, so is she a mammal or is she a like what is the deal here? Because she's a lizard, right?
Vestayan. Well, she's Vestayan.
Oh,
So
right.
she's-
Okay. She's a mammal with like elements of other things.
Yeah, it's like Nami. Nami is Vestayan. She's just slightly like pure Vestayan, like Nami. That was a really bold dash from XQ there over the Baron pit wall.
Big chunk out. Now Skarrain's going to try and make something happen in the side lane. Going to dodge out on that ultimate. He's going to stay on the hunt. As the thrill of the hunt begins, John's going to find the stun against the wall. King coming in for the counter here. Looks like it's going to be a party in the bot lane, but Mick Trump has joined, and it looks like that'll mean Paragon 5 is going to win. Nova here as well. 4 is strong in the bottom lane. A double kill going to be picked up now. Power Spike comes in. Vitris on 2 items. Finds 2 kills. Now XQ going to try and find his own on the Licenseless Rider. The Ignite's there. The chain's there.
Yeah.
The kill is there as the Infernal Drake is taken, and Paragon 5 again showing their dominance in Game 3 here. Kills, dragons, and maybe even barons in their future.
If you're the side of Paragon 5, that's the correct call, I feel, here, is to just try to take this Baron. Scenario is, well, he can't even see anyone, so he can't ult. Question. As long as no one hits the ward in the back to fit there. So, nothing really that the BB Clocks could have done about that one. Just have to watch it go over.
Good news on the other side for BB Clocks, though. We do have that 2-item Vayne. The Blade the Ruin King and Rageblade are both completed. Perhaps a potential for a big carry from her. We got Triforce and a Zeal on Corki as well, so there are items here that's possible for them to come back from this one, but yeah, Paragon 5 looking strong like they did in Game 2.
There's a animation there. LeBlanc picks up her blue buff.
Is the bug where there used to be a bug where like she wouldn't get blue buff, right? If she used the mimic with her ultimate to kill
Yeah,
it?
I think so. The mimic would get the blue buff, and then the mimic would disappear.
Now in the side lane,
Or
King
something
coming
like
in, Vitris gonna go down, but a return kill, the Gangplank with a cannon barrage, his crew helping out to trade out kills there.
And that upgraded GP ult is going to start doing quite a bit of damage. That earlier last season, actually, that GP's ult you buy upgrades for. Bilge water currency in game.
Silver Serpents are the currency you're talking about.
Yes. Until a friend of mine was like, "So I'm learning GP," and I was like, "Well, how is that going?" Bunch of questions about it, and I was like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." So,
Raise
play a
morale is
game
the
of
worst
GP.
one. Don't buy it. That is my advice.
which one's that? Is that the move speed in the ult one?
Yeah, it's the move speed in the ult. Don't buy
So
it.
bad. Like,
just buy the other two, and then if you ever
You have enough.
if you ever get to that point, if you have enough money to buy Ray's morale, like you've already bought the other two, you probably should have
already won the game.
Yeah, like the game should be over.
DMing, like it's padding the stats.
There used to be a bug where you could ult and then buy an upgrade and then ult again or something.
Oh, that's pretty spicy.
You get 2 ults in a row. It was a bug, of course. It wasn't meant to be.
Okay,
that
so
way.
it was just like whenever you drop the Rift Herald, you can immediately, while channeling, press your trinket again to get another use of it, right?
Yeah, stuff like that. Well, XQ in the
That was a
backline,
good
but he's
bug.
got stunned up. Gonna find his way back out. Beatrice, Melvin Johnson going at it in the mid lane. Clean trying to join the fray there. Will force Beatrice to back off. Beatrice just trying to enact this 4-1 split they've got going here. Perhaps they'll send LeBlanc into the bottom lane now and move the rest in the mid lane. See what kind of setup they go with here, but looks like Paragon 5 gonna back off for now. Wait for everyone to reset and get ready. Could be the final push here. We're at 25.5 minutes in, 19 to 11 kills. Pretty firm goal lead here for Paragon 5. Almost 12.3 thousand about is the goal lead right now. It's fluctuating a little bit, but at 25.5 minutes, that's a pretty big one.
Yeah. Thanks to Skarian's like just ability to find kills at any point. Same with like the LeBlanc. XQ and Skarian definitely did a really good job this game of finding those early kills just to accelerate this gold lead. Also, Lucian picked up Spear of Shojin?
Spear of Shojin. Yeah, Shojin.
Shojin. Okay, Shojin.
It's like
With,
Shojin.
Yeah, yeah, it's Shojin. I got confused by in like Hearthstone and like WoW in general, there's a character named Zul'jin. So it's kind of confusing for me to remember all these names.
If you want to talk about messed up lore, though, like talk about Jhin.
Wow.
Man.
Oh, Jhin. Oh yeah. yeah. Jhin. When they remember that Sona is a champion that exists in this game. Give her more lore.
Looks like we do have the 1-3-1 here, though. Paragon 5, they got Gangplank in the bottom lane, who's now rotating over. Got LeBlanc in the top lane here, so they're just trying to push all the waves in. And trying to break open this base here. All the turrets have been taken down except for those inhibitor turrets, so they're just trying to set up here. The Baron is spawning in 30 seconds, so that may be the next move.
I believe so. I think they're going to try to push these as much as possible. Maybe leave GP by himself over in the bot lane. Force them to answer that, and then start up the Baron.
Well, McTrump doesn't want to wait. He's going in on strike. Flashing forward. The Culling going to get the kill here. We're going to have a team fight breakout, though. King found the ultimate. Overgrowth going to buy some time, though. McTrump's going crazy. But I'm not sure if he's going to survive this one. Lacer's ready to go down. Triple kill for McTrump. Scarring comes in, finds another one. Oven Johnson will get a return kill there on the support. Nova going to go down. Scarrain, with the help of XQ, is trying to take on Oven Johnson. He might just get away, but the turrets are falling in the meantime. XQ going to be popped in the passive, go through a clone, and now Oven Johnson will go down finally. A clean ace. 3 members left alive, though, for Paragon 5, and they broke open the base, and 2 inhibitors should fall.
I think they just back off here. Or,
they're continuing to
stick
they
around,
have
try to
triple
take
mountain.
even more.
They have triple mountain. Already one Nexus tower has gone down, and now the 80 Paragon's down. Strike immediately after being respawning goes down through the Phantom Dancer passive. And now the Nexus is open. 3 Mountain Dragons, and just there, but also to try and defend this one. The series will go over to Paragon 5. Whoops. As well as Game 3, of course. Securing them the victory. A fantastic Game 3, dominating from start to finish. I mean, just a fantastic game from them, really. From the get-go, they were in control.
definitely speaks to the strong mentals on the side of Paragon 5 after losing that game one, being able to put together a really good series in the game two, and now the even more dominant performance in game three. Truly speaks to their mental. Good stuff.
And the GP pick actually wouldn't have expected this one. Actually did the most damage there. I guess he was wailing on a Poppy for a large portion of the game, but quite a bit of damage out of him. But with that, that'll do it for us here. It's been a fantastic night. Paragon 5 comes out victorious, which, again, has a lot of implications in terms of the standings. Right now, BB Clocks and Paragon 5, well, no longer. Right now, Paragon 5 has gone up with 8-5 record over BB Clocks, who has a 7-6 record now. So Paragon 5 has the potential to come out of this weekend, still in second place, perhaps, shutting down some of the competition here. So this week of games could be pretty important, of course. It feels like every week we've been saying that just because it's been so close this entire time. But obviously a big win here for Paragon 5 to try and solidify themselves as a top team here and get some good seeding going into the playoffs.
Definitely, let me check the schedule real quick.
We do have on Friday, we have Akuma Blades versus Free Tyler 1. Akuma Blades is also tied for second place right now, and Free Tyler 1 is actually in 7th place, which would sound like, oh my god, they're so far apart. But Free Tyler 1 and Akuma Blades, while separated by technically 5 places, they're actually only 1 game apart in the standings. So that A has a huge implication in the standings as well, right? If Free Tyler 1 wins, they'll be tied with Akuma Blades in terms of
US
record.
Army really 7-5?
Yes, they are currently.
Okay.
So, and they're one of the people tied for second right now.
Yeah, that's what I was checking. I was checking the standings. So, versus USA, which that'll be a huge game as well for picture.
Yeah, so a lot of important games coming up this weekend.
No, I'm not. Hold up, I missed that.
Both Friday and Saturday, we'll have some huge games on stream to watch out for. We don't, as of right now, we don't have a game scheduled for Thursday tomorrow, so don't come. We won't be here. We do have games Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 8 p.m. on Friday, 9 p.m. on Saturday, 10 p.m. on Sunday, so just escalating in how late they are. But I won't be around this week. I'll be back next week, but yeah, I'm gone this weekend, unfortunately. So you guys won't get to see me again. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but either way. I'll be gone.
I might make an appearance with Listoya on Saturday. For those of you that enjoy me talking about bad supports.
Well, it was certainly we had some deep dives on lore and various other stories because of pauses and things, but yeah, I think we had the most in-depth discussion of lore that we've had so far in the SFL. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, like I've said, but it happened.
Sometimes I do get the tips in the loading screen with lore, and I have to like quick jot them down or like screenshot them just so I know even more.
There you go.
Rise top brand. Fun fact.
Deep stuff. All right. I don't know. Either way, like I said, we don't have a game Thursday, but a game Friday. So come check that one out, 8 p.m. Again, big second place seeding stuff going on. But with that, I'm not Kios. Supasgoy has been my co-commentator here. You can find me on all the normal social medias. You guys know the drill. Anything else you'd like to say before we leave?
Just hope everyone has a good night. Hope they enjoyed everything. Hope they enjoyed the match. It was definitely exciting to watch, for me anyways. Forward to seeing everyone else later in the week.
All right, with that, thanks everyone for watching. Those of you who stuck around, I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you guys again soon.